When the night falls and the city sleeps, Upland after dark, we hit the streets. Under the stars, they break the dark. Welcome to Upland, here's where the real shit's about to start. Upland after dark, where the conversation spark. The podcasting crew lighting up the dark. Upland after dark, adventures to embark. Tune in, unwind, and feel the sweet sounds of voices in your mind. Voices in your mind. From tales untold, the voice is bold, guiding you through stories of new and old. When the shadows embrace, we find our space. Upland after dark, your motherfucking safe space. Upland after dark, where the conversation spark. The podcasting crew, lighting up the dark. Upland after dark, adventures to embark. Tune in, unwind, and feel those sweet sounds of voices in your mind.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Upland After Dark, episode 26, and we got the whole crew with us today. How are you guys doing?
Yes, we do. What's up, party people? Hope all is well. Happy is back. Is that Happy down below me? Is that Happy?
Happy's here.
Is that a mirage? That's real? That's real.
Oh my God.
Nice to see you, Happy.
Yeah, I'm
As
actually
handsome as ever.
What's up, Lily? I feel like it's been a couple.
Oh,
weeks.
no,
Well, I was on 2 weeks ago, but only for like the first one.
Well, we know
Awesome.
you're back when your mic goes in and out. It wouldn't be Happy without a little mic going in and out. What's going on? Hey, you good?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you guys doing this week? Everything good? Everything great?
I'm good. I was alone all week again because hubby was away for work. Had my birthday in the middle of the week. Going out to dinner tonight, so we can't have a late one.
Okay. Nice. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lily. Happy birthday. Who's singing? Who's going to sing?
Oh, we don't need to sing.
Come on, Lily. Okay, let's see. We'll see how as the night goes by.
Well, yeah. Maybe we can get our special guest to sing happy birthday.
Special guest. So many
Maybe.
surprises. I was surprised by the intro. Let me say, well, Lily went. She's in Saturday. Happy Friday. No, happy Saturday morning to my East Coast clan. That's up with
That's
me
right
now. Let me give a shout out to those in the building. We got Janice 89 in the house. We got Level Up Tech. We got Coach Funk, HGF Collective, WW Dog in the house. Short Tees in the house. We got Janice, of course. We got Lightning Leg in the building. City Pigeon talking about we're on time. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we are. And we got Twilk in the house. We got Mitchell McKinnon in the house. We got Sir Red in the building. Michael Collar in the building. Crombus in the house. Killer World in the house. And I think it's going to be more because we got an exciting show today. So
We do.
You know,
We do.
I don't know if you guys know before I pass it to Happy. I'm actually stateside in Brooklyn, New York right now. I am not in Antigua due to Hurricane Erin.
Oh, man.
So I had to cancel a trip, man.
I'm sorry, man.
So this is the highlight of my week. I'm
That's
happy to be here. Yeah, it sucks, man. It really does. But I went to Rome. So I did take a trip. So we'll talk about that later. But
We'll get into that.
so from Saturday with Lily to Saturday morning with me, how are you guys Friday?
Happy that
Well,
this is all you
I
first.
had a rough week, man. Rough week. I had a root canal on Monday. Then my insurance apparently had completely run out, so it cost me $4,000 fucking dollars, man. And so I had to put that on a credit card. That hurt, right? You know, so it's like, and then come Wednesday night, I just start getting this pain like in my lower left side of my stomach, and hasn't gone away. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the doctors, and there's another freaking, you know, who knows. I'm hoping it's like a kidney stone, and I'll just pass it on my own.
Yeah.
not need any surgery or anything. I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, so rough week. So if anybody is looking for good deals in Upland, I have got them right now.
Dang. Well, your week almost
It's a
sounds.
really sad way.
I know.
Feels.
Your week sounds almost as bad as mine, but I got it worse than you this week.
Really?
Yeah, I got attacked by a cat, and now I have a hurt hand. See, I ran out of big Band-Aids, so I had to use a bunch of small ones. It like took a big chunk out of my hand over here. Not a big chunk, chunk enough. It stings. It stings really bad.
Wow. You're in pain over there.
I know. I'm really hurting, so I totally get it.
You've obviously not had a root canal before.
Oh my God. I've had so many. It's funny though.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. I was in the dentist for 5 hours.
It's funny that your pain and my pain, and we're talking about cats because we have another cat attack I want to show you guys real quick if you don't mind indulging me for a second.
What a glorious day for a run in ancient Rome. Oh, a tiger.
Oh,
That was a real segue.
that was a real one.
You really got wow.
And if you didn't notice, it was X1 in there, who is our special guest today, which I'll bring him on here shortly. But we do have a little someone else has something to say about a certain mishap that happened a couple weeks ago when X1 was supposed to be on the show, but then he didn't show up for reasons unknown. So I'm just going to let this one speak for itself, if you guys don't mind here.
You forgot about us 2 weeks ago. What are you, some kind of big shot or something?
Anyway, that's hey, I didn't even plan that. In fact, that little segment, that little section right there, that was all Swarley. So don't put that all on me. Don't put that all on me.
Now you snitch.
Anyway, but let's bring on our guest. Better late than never. X1 the gamer.
Well, hi everyone. I'm good. I think I like the cat one the best. That was a good one.
Good. Yeah.
I made it. I set like 20 alarms to make sure I was here on time today. So I apologize for completely. I like ran home last time. You'd already logged off, and I like look at the VOD and L-Slack's in his van or his car.
Is in my
down
car
by the river, something. I don't know what was happening. The power was out, and I felt terrible. So I apologize, but I kind of have a good excuse. My house has become like the international freaking come and stay at the X1 hostel. My uncle is here from Scotland, which was planned, but then unplanned. My father-in-law invited his mother and his aunt to come from El Salvador, and they were supposed to stay at his house, and he took off when they arrived, so they stayed at my house. So that's when all the shenanigans and hubbub, I just completely spaced it. So
well, it's completely unacceptable and unforgiven. But I suppose we'll figure it out. We'll find a way to forgive you somehow. Well, guys, we do have X1, and we are on a bit of a time crunch here, so we're just going to get right into it. So we'll get right into. There's not even news. We're just going to go right into our thing here. Let me bring Happy back on here. No news. News will come later. Move X1 over here. Lily down here. Come on, man. Oh, there we go.
All the way. That's it.
There we go. All right. So as usual, you got me, the Vulgar Uplander, L/Slack, WolfWarner, HappyMFR, not MIA this week. That's a typo. My screen went black all of a sudden again. Lily Field And then, of course, our support crew, Starly 129 and the one and only La Bandit, which, if you didn't notice, we are powered by Uplytics.org, which is the site that LeBand runs. It's a very cool site.
Cool addition to the intro.
Thank you.
It threw me off at first. I didn't know what was going on. I loved it.
Yeah, I almost thought we had a new song or something. I was like, oh, wow.
You too happy. Don't worry about it. I was with you.
It's okay. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody. I just did it.
Awesome. Yo, do you. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. I don't know why, but every week I have all these stupid computer problems. I really need to get a new one. All right. So introduction, X1 the Gamer. We got all the stuff talking Uppy's, UGC family, Wolf Unleashed, Happy Little Vegemite, Quips, Flip of the Week giveaway, and Rumble, of course. So don't forget to enter the Rumble. Let me bring up our little overlay here. Scan that QR code and get in on the Discord and get in on the Rumble. X1, you should get in on the Rumble. You've done it before. Might as well do it again.
All right, I will.
And then this week's hashtag is Vegemite for reasons you'll discover later.
Vegemite, okay.
Vegemite, yeah. All right. So right out of the gate, X1, tell us something about Uppy's indoor service structures that we don't already know. You have something new on this.
I have nothing new except for, no, I don't have anything new. Just that I love the 3D inside service structures. Those are my favorite ones. So the what was the one that dropped this week? The laundromat was super cool with the laundry, the washer and dryers inside. I love those. I love all the ones you can see. The dentist office was last week. Speaking of dentists, HappyMFR. Those are my favorite, and I'm excited to see more of those dropping. So.
Well, that's very
after spending $4,000 at the dentist, I couldn't buy one of those.
Remember, if you have a season pass, you will get there is a free special kiosk coming next week to everybody that has a season pass. So stay tuned.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, sweet.
If
I did still buy the miniature golf course though, which I think
the miniature golf course is super cool as well. Yeah.
Just as a heads up, if you see me take down this display, it's just because my computer is acting really weird and it freezes for a second and then it doesn't register that I've switched slides. So I have to take it off and put it back on. So it's very annoying, but just bear with me. All right, X1, question number 1, global population balance. How exactly is the total number of Uppys determined and adjusted over time? For example, is there a fixed ratio of Uppys to living units or some kind of growth model?
So it's kind of a little bit of both. The way that it'll work, there's a specific algorithm behind the scenes that we won't fully disclose, but basically the way that it works is they'll take total living units in the world that is Upland, and it will be a set percentage of those living units or a set amount out of those total living units. So just so that there is competition, as more living units are built in Upland, more that total number will grow, but the total amount of Uppys will always be less than the total amount of living units.
Now there is a finite number of Uppys, correct? You guys did say that at the very beginning.
Finite, just as far as the living units are concerned. So if, for instance, if tomorrow nobody built any more living units, then the Uppys would stop. The population would stop growing.
Okay. So 10 years from now, we have 3 times as many structures built, probably way more than that. Yeah. There's going to be 3 times as many Uppys.
Correct.
Okay. So it's growing at the same pace that the residential structures are growing.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. That is a good clarification. Panel, I'll give you guys an opportunity to add any clarifying questions before we move on to the next one. Anything you guys need to add to that or have questions for X1?
Yeah. So not every building has a living unit. So are we going to get living units for the buildings that don't have them?
Maybe it depends. Can you give me an example of a building you're talking about?
some of the specialty buildings, like the NOLA buildings, you know, the city-specific ones, a lot of those don't have how many living units they are.
Yeah. Those ones should, like the special edition, as long as like it's a special edition townhouse, it should get a living unit. Yeah, that's something that'll be updated. It may not be updated when residents first drop, but over time it will be updated for sure.
What about superstructures? Do you see those ever getting residential abilities?
Again, I think it would depend. For instance, let's take landmarks. It would depend on the landmark. Again, like Rockefeller Center might have living units. It depends on landmark. But I'll say this: most buildings will have living units, even if they don't have living units now.
Okay, so we can hopefully cross our fingers for the Wars superstructures that maybe you're going to get some sort of living unit functionality.
Yeah, and even if they don't, so we have now the new service units. So some of those will have service units as well. So for instance, like showrooms, factories, those will have service units under employment. So they'll count as employment service units. So that's the new score that's being applied to service structures.
Okay.
I got a quick one in regards to population attraction in regards to like map assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Map assets being figured into the algorithm. Is it the style of the map assets on your property? Is it just map assets just thrown on there? The amount of map assets, like how much into the algorithm can you speak on the map assets factor?
Yeah, I can't speak that deeply, only to say that diversity matters. So, for instance, a player who has all of one item on a property is going to score less than the player across the street that has a diverse setup between map asset structures, transportation, etc.
Okay, I think we have a question on that coming up at some point too, so it might tie into that again. All right, let's look at.
I have a question for you guys. Out of that last one, what's your favorite Uppy there?
Oh, I like this. What is it? Crash.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
The parody of Slash.
Yeah.
Whoopi, without a doubt.
Very nice. I love the coffee that
was
had.
for L Slack, and that was for Puppet, man. I had to.
Yeah.
Give me Whoopi. I'll take all the Whoopies.
I bet you would. Lily, you're a Jean-Luc kind of gal.
All the way. All the way. Yeah.
Nice. Solid pick.
Okay. Happy, do you have one?
I like the little guy on the left. The miniature Crash looking guy.
Little Crash.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
The one on the bottom.
Yeah, I got you.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah, he's got a top hat. You know, he's up to no good.
He looks happy.
All right. How does the Uppy system account for disparities in neighborhood size and the available mix of property sizes? For example, are smaller neighborhoods or those with very few large properties at a structural disadvantage when it comes to attracting and retaining Uppies? Without any balancing mechanism, could this lead to only a handful of large, well-supplied neighborhoods dominating the ecosystem while others struggle to compete? I know there's a lot there, so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's why we paused the neighborhood rating system. So the neighborhood rating system tries to account for that discrepancy between neighborhood sizes. We paused it because it's going to tie into they're going to complement each other, right? The way the Uppies work, resident score works, will be very similar to neighborhoods rating, and neighborhoods rating will utilize the new residence system. So there will be a full post. I don't have all the details now. We'll have a full post going over exactly how we plan to balance that and how that's going to be balanced when the resident score officially drops.
Okay.
But
we
yeah, that's something absolutely. But that is something, just to suffice it to say, that is something that we're absolutely aware of and working on and taking into consideration. I know the development team is running tests right now on those residence score and the different neighborhoods and stuff like that. So,
yeah, because I know that we're in North Grapeland Heights, the node we just started not too long ago. We're pretty worried that we can't fit certain structures in there And are we going to fall behind because we don't have anywhere, not even in the whole city of Miami, can we put the high school? So are we going to be a disadvantage in the whole city of Miami because we just can't fit one in those properties? So I know that's a concern of ours.
Yeah, no, that's a good concern. No, it's something that we're aware of, and it's a big focus. Now, when the resident score does drop, and it should drop pretty, fairly shortly. So it's really exciting, but there will be in big bold letters on the announcement. This is open beta, because you can imagine how complicated the numbers will be, and taking into account all the service structures, and they're brand new in the game, all the living units, what players are doing with their map assets, that we're going to have to make constant tweaks when it's live to that algorithm and consistently balance it before we say, okay, now we're good to go. Let's turn back on neighborhood ratings and go from there. So just know that when it does drop, it will be an open beta. So it'll be a chance for everybody to test and say, okay, this is working. This is not working. This attracts more uppies. This is not attracting more uppies. Here's my influence score. How does my influence score count here? Stuff like that. So.
Okay.
So was that a train? Never mind.
It was a train, but we're not doing trains this week.
Man, that's right. He went to the dentist. And he's broke. Damn.
He's broke, and we got Lightning Lake covering. No, we got Lightning Lake covering 100,000 this week. So
okay,
we're good.
Okay,
we're good.
Sweet.
Do you guys have any follow-up questions?
I did spend all of my upix at Rome.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So will scoring be live? Like, are we or not live? But is it going to be clear, laid out? Like, okay, this is this amount of points for this. You get this amount of points for this. This amount of points for this. Or are we just going to be in the dark, just kind of figuring it out?
Yeah, so it'll be, have you played like City Skylines, or if you remember the old Cities or SimCity games, as you build your neighborhood, you see your numbers adjusting, and then you're able to make decisions off of that. You'll also remember every player, so it's on a personal level, and then it's on a neighborhood level, on a city level. So you're going to be able to see all those numbers and say, okay, here's what I'm doing right. Now, what am I doing wrong? I made this change. I got more uppies. Now we're losing uppies. So it's going to be, you'll be able to adjust and tell what you're doing right or wrong based on that resident number.
Okay.
And so I got to ask, like, how are they going to show up? So it's going to be like, is that a question that we're going to cover in a minute, or like what's going to happen? You're just going to be floating around in Upland, and all of us, or you're going to know this neighbor has X amount of uppies, so travel to that neighborhood and try to.
Yeah, I think actually, I don't know if you guys have the screenshot, but we did share some of the UI, and how the UI will look when residents drop some sample UI. I don't know if you guys have that on any of these slides, but
we don't.
Okay. I can share my screen.
Okay.
Real quick. Let me find out, where is this announcement? Oh, right here. Okay, so here is, if I share my screen. Sorry, I just got to find.
They changed the layout on us.
Yeah, I got to find.
It's
okay,
in the middle.
I think this is it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this announcement that we dropped at the end of last month here, and this was our first look at what the UI is. Now, key disclaimer here: none of this is final. Things could change at release, but you can see everybody's going to have a resident score on their profile card here and an influence score. So you'll be able to see, okay, total residents living at my house, 1,250, and my influence score is 500. So for those of you that don't know, the influence score is your personal contribution to how well you're attracting uppies. So for instance, you can imagine if you're in a neighborhood and you have living units, but you've built no service structures, you have no map assets, you're not contributing to attracting anyone to the neighborhood, your influence score will be 0. So both will play a part in your total rank, and long term in the future, you can see where we can tie these scores and how well you're doing will also tie into things like your gamified earnings, and stuff like that. So it's really exciting. But just to go over, here is how the uppies will look on the map for you. This is broken down at the city level. You can see when you zoom way out, look at that. Texas has 200,000 uppies. Louisiana has 2 million uppies. I mean, these are all just samples here and trials. And then you zoom in at the neighborhood level, and then you can zoom in farther, and you can see out of 250 total available uppies living units in Sherwood Manor, there's 200 uppies living there currently. So there's something we're missing out on uppies somehow. How do we get this at full capacity? What are we doing right or wrong there? So that's at that level. Then on the property level, on your property card, there will be an indication to your property how many uppies are living on your property. And last but not least, on your account level here, we've already seen the total uppies and your influence score, and then there's a breakdown. There's going to be 2 breakdown windows, your resident breakdown and your influence score breakdown, and then it'll be by city and neighborhood. So you'll be able to see, okay, I've got 100 uppies living at my properties in San Francisco. 5 are in, Ashbury Heights. 25 are in Bernal Heights, et cetera, et cetera. So it'll launch pretty in depth as far as details of you as a player being able to see how or where uppies are living, and how your influence is contributing to each of those neighborhoods and in attracting those uppies.
And so where does minting uppies kind of fall into this?
Yeah. So that is a completely separate game. So that's like a game within a game. So think of it like treasure hunting, essentially. So the resident score drops first. Then later uppies is or it's called Uppy Discovery will drop. And that will be where you can go in, and the uppies will be more than just a number, and you'll be able to befriend uppies. How it will work at a very, very high level here is you will be traveling the map. So let's say I decide to go to LA with my block explorer. I'll be searching across the map, and there'll be a ping or an indication, hey, there are uppies discoverable at HappyMFR's property right here. Let's say I'm playing. I go to your property. I send to your property. I open it up. I can see, there's 4 different uppies there. I got a chance to get one of them. I will play a mini game, and then I will have a chance to befriend that uppy if I win the mini game. You stay tuned for more details on all of that. But if I then win the mini game, I have the opportunity to mint that uppy. That uppy will cost Uppix. The Uppix will be randomly generated, the amount that it costs to mint that. So you'll then have to make a decision. Is this an uppy that I want? You'll be able to see it and say, like, is this an uppy that I want? Is it worth, 5,000 Uppix? It may be worth 5,000 Uppix to you. It may not. You may decide to move on and not get it. Or it could be 1,000 Uppix, or it could be, whatever the amount is. And then if you mint it, it goes into your wallet. It is now yours as a collectible, and the property in which that uppy is residing and you minted it from will get a portion of that Uppix as well. So it benefits the players where uppies are living, and that's where having uppies in your residence also will tie in there. You can see you're definitely going to want uppies in your residence. Then you have a higher chance for an uppy discovery on your resident, which means if someone discovers that uppy, you'll get paid. Now, the cool thing that I really like here with this system is it brings reason for me to explore cities beyond, for instance, property minting, and beyond treasure hunting. Like, really, that's kind of the only 2 instances to really explore a city at the moment, with your block explorer. That is, this brings a whole new reason. Why? Because there will be special edition uppies, and special edition uppies are what we introduced with Rome. That's what we unveiled with Rome. They're style types. So you'll only be able to get certain types of uppies. So there will be uppies that are available worldwide. Doesn't matter where you get them. Pretty common, generic uppies all over the place. But then in certain cities, every city is going to have some unique uppies. They're called special edition uppies. Those special edition uppies are what we announced with Rome. So you had like the Italian guy who is style time, the old school uppy, grandma uppy is there. That's a type. The Italian chef, that's going to be a type. You'll only be able to get those uppies in Rome. There'll be, you can imagine like Miami will have a very specific type of uppy that you'll only be able to get there. Brooklyn will have a very specific type of uppy you'll only be able to get there. LA, maybe there's like surfer bro uppies there and stuff like that. So that really brings back to me, I like it just because it brings this reason to browse on a daily basis cities, unique cities, and be setting your block explorer throughout the city.
Okay. So, I mean, pretty much you're going to have incentive to build up your properties, your neighborhoods, everything, because that's going to attract so many more uppies. And then that also attracts more people come to your neighborhood. And so it won't necessarily be like any neighborhood that's just empty for the most part. They're not going to have any uppies or any reason to go to them necessarily, right? So, or will like, what if people don't know, say somebody just starts playing the game, they don't really get it. They just buy a random property in Rome. It's not really in a neighborhood, a node, anything special, but they bought the property and then they build a little something on it. I mean, are they going to get anything out of that? Like, or is it completely worthless to build in regions where other players aren't building?
No, it's absolutely. I mean, remember, you have a personal influence score that will be affected by this. And then you as an individual will be able to attract uppies to your properties as well. Obviously, you're going to have a huge advantage if you work with a community in a neighborhood. But that doesn't take away your opportunity as a new player in your example to attract uppies to your properties wherever you purchase them. We fully anticipate that for a lot of brand new players, this may be the main game they play while they get introduced to uppies. Like, hey, I got this cool opportunity. It's super casual to browse cities, collect uppies. Okay, now I want to start doing more with my uppies. How do I do that? Okay, let's buy a property here. I found some uppies in this neighborhood. This neighborhood's super cool. I like what they're doing here. Let me jump in and purchase this property from WolfWarner, and now I'm going to be his neighbor, and we're going to start building it up. So we fully, we can see it becoming one of the, for an entry, for a visitor rather, an easy way to get to know the game and explore the map.
Quick question about the collecting piece are you guys going to implement something kind of like the NFLPA and like the FIFA, where there's collections involved with these that you can add them to a collection?
I don't know. I'm not sure that there's been a decision made on that yet.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the third question. Got to keep it rolling here. Does the specific location of a public service structure within a neighborhood influence the attraction algorithm, such as whether it needs to be placed within a certain radius or a ring around the structure, or is it simply enough to have a surface within the neighborhood itself, regardless of its exact positioning? Does that make sense?
Yeah. If I understand it correct, the question is, is there an AOE effect to when I drop my building? Is there a radius around it, or does it just count if I'm in the neighborhood and it counts for the whole neighborhood?
Yes.
I don't know, to be honest. Let me put it this way. I'm 90% sure it's just in the neighborhood, but stay tuned for more details. So,
okay.
On clarification, but I'm 99% sure that it just has to be in the neighborhood.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Any follow-up questions, guys?
And sorry, let me just clarify. The reason I don't want to commit is I don't know if there's any structures that may have the radius thing. I don't know what the discussion is on that. I know that for the most part, I think all the structures we drop now are neighborhood structures. So,
okay, cool. No follow-up. Moving on. Question 4. Tell us more about how uppy demographics work. Are different types attracted to different services? And is there any advantage or disadvantage to focusing on or attracting a specific style or type of uppy?
That's a great question. And at first, not necessarily, but long term, yes. So long term, you could see, this neighborhood in, let's say, Bakersfield has more family type uppies that are attracted to it, and versus the the Park City or Manhattan neighborhood is more, let's say, business type. So long term, you'll see that coming, but at first it's just it'll be more generic.
Okay.
And remember, everything that we're talking about here is going to be iterative. So like when resident score drops, open beta, resident score, it'll be the numbers on the map that we showed off in the UI. And then next step would be Uppies. And then next step, we tweak it more to having it more. It'll become more and more advanced over time.
Okay. Perfect. Any follow-up from the panel?
I'd love
to ride in vehicles.
Say that again.
Are Uppy's going to ride in vehicles? Because there's passenger counts and things like that in the vehicles. So are Uppy's going to be passengers?
Yeah. So that was in another announcement that we dropped. The vehicle counts are for transportation. Will count towards transportation. So it will represent Uppy's ability to be transported, but they won't actually physically ride in those vehicles. Maybe eventually, if we get to a point where we're like The Sims and we're 3D and we're on Xbox and PlayStation and everywhere like that, that would be super cool. But at first, the cars and vehicles count towards your transportation score in your neighborhood, and that those passenger counts contribute to that transportation score.
All right, very cool.
So having a bunch of carts is not going to, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, that may contribute. Maybe carts. I don't know if this is going to happen, but maybe carts will contribute to your entertainment score, but It definitely won't contribute to transportation score.
Absolutely, got that. I got some people real quick in the crowd. That's it's not a question, but it's more like a statement. City Pigeons, like, please don't outprice new players. And that leads to my quick question in terms of service structures. I know they're going to keep going on till infinity and beyond, but is there a price point? Like, are we going to get that $49.99 service structure? You know what I mean? To break my wild. Like, how far are we going with this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there may be one higher price point for like really large service structures at like a $12.99 or $14.99, but I don't foresee anything. Like the price points that are in there are here to stay.
Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. How often do Uppies move between neighborhoods, and do they migrate gradually or all at once? How volatile is resident distribution? Should players expect constant competition to retain or attract residents?
Yeah, I mean, I stay tuned for more details on that. We'll have an announcement when it launches with specifics. It will be regular, so you'll need to keep up with stuff, and what those intervals are I can't say, but it will be regular.
Okay.
By the way, anyone know, I saw a funny, can you go back to that slide real quick? Sorry.
Yeah.
I saw a funny discussion of the Uppy with the headset on in Discord, and players were trying to guess at who the parody is of. Does anyone know who that is?
Joe Rogan?
It is. It was. Well, I mean, it's not Joe. It's a parody of Joe Rogan. But players were saying it was Adon, and it was making me laugh really hard. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can see that. It's actually...
They're like, is that Adon? Is that Adon? But
that's really funny. Yeah, I don't honestly have any idea what the hell. I don't know what's going on with this damn computer, but it's just constantly freezing this slideshow. It's driving me nuts. So I have to keep Xing out of it. I don't know. Weird. Anyway, so sorry if that keeps happening, but we're gonna roll with the punches. Technology is a son of a bitch. Okay. Moving on. When a player mints an Uppy from someone's property, does that Uppy leave the neighborhood permanently, creating a vacancy?
That's a great question. So not at first, but in our original announcement, we talked about future utility that we're working through at the moment, and one of those utility features could be. Again, I'm saying could be. It's not guaranteed. It's something that we're looking at and seeing how feasible it is. That if I own my Uppy, because Uppy, remember, because your last question, Uppies will be constantly moving depending on who has the best neighborhood and depending on how you're doing in relation to everybody else. One of the advantages of discovering Uppies and minting Uppies is eventually we'd like to get to a place where I can take my Uppy and put them on my property. On where they can live as a permanent resident, and so then that prevents them from moving. And you can also see long term where perhaps there's a bonus for that or something where more permanent residents attract more Uppies to your neighborhood because it's a more stable neighborhood, and there's a bonus for that as well.
Okay.
So if you minted an Uppy, that's yours forever, or you could sell it or trade it, whatever.
You could sell it, you could trade it, or you can merge it. Yeah.
And so is it going to show up as like a legit or?
Yeah, they will be. They'll be like a legit.
So, Happy, have you read any of the fucking announcements around here? Or are you just walking in the dark? What's going on with you?
I've had a very busy last like 2 months. Man. I've been traveling a lot. Like I haven't really paid much attention to anything lately, man.
I just gotta bust your balls. It's fun. Okay. Moving on. If there's no follow-up questions, I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. With early service structures no longer available, how will new players access essentials like schools or supermarkets? Will new variants be released regularly? And will early adopters gain any long-term benefits for buying the first round of servers?
Yeah, so there will be variants released regularly. So, for instance, I think a good example of this is the police headquarters. That was like a really big structure, and I think it was only available to directors and above. I want to say maybe executives and above. I think it was directors and above. Regardless, a very few amount of people have that. Well, you can see where that's a police headquarters. Over time, there will be variants. For instance, like a local neighborhood police station. That drops, that's much smaller and stuff like that. We've already seen variants with the grocery store, the supermarket, for instance, where we have like a big box Costco like store, and then we have a normal looking grocery store. You can imagine even smaller variants where it's like a bodega that is available for players. So variants will go. The reason that it was very intentional decision by the developers, and I think it was a smart one, to have the service structures for a limited time only, because over time what we foresee is an entire separate economy of players who have certain structures or who maybe have collected all the structures, and they become specialized in construction, and other players hire them, pay them UPIX to construct on their properties or in their neighborhoods, buildings and structures that new players just weren't able to get. Like, oh my goodness, check out that cool bowling alley that dropped that I don't have. Where did you get that? Oh my goodness, a year from now. Well, I have one. I could build it for you. Here's how much it'll cost you in UPIX. Let me construct that for you. So we see an entirely new economy coming from this in the form of specialized players who want to help construct and build up neighborhoods.
Okay, that's good forethought. Just a side question that we had posted on here: if somebody doesn't like the design of something, like say the coffee shop, is there going to be more than one style of coffee shop coming down the pipe? Not just necessarily different size, but like a small townhouse, type of deal.
Yeah. No, absolutely. There'll be all different kinds of styles, all sizes, variants, et cetera, et cetera. So the other thing that's really interesting is you can see where this takes us long term with the potential of brand deals. So in past, brand deals have been very tied to stuff, I don't know, like legits, or we go, hey, you come in our game, we're going to your game, or hey, we're working with XYZ. Here's what we're doing there. Now you can see how this opens us up to different type of brand deals or partnership deals with, for instance, the Starbucks. Now imagine, hey, we're partnered with Starbucks. You build your Starbucks in your neighborhood, and you get these, have a limited unique Starbucks, or I don't know, enter said said partnership, even a grocery store, Trader Joe's. Imagine a Trader Joe's gives you premium essentials score in the neighborhoods that it's in. But there's just limitless opportunities for not just players here, but for also Upland as an organization to promote Upland, unlike we've never had before, and partner with different partnerships.
I would assume that's something you guys are actively looking into.
Oh, I mean, all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
But that would be really cool too if you could tie it in so that you could actually order the Starbucks.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, or your Pete's Coffee or McDonald's, because they all got apps, right? So you could probably just connect them somehow. That would be awesome. Then you could actually order McDonald's if you were at the McDonald's like in LA, and then maybe you get some kind of special coupon discount or something for doing that. That would be
super cool.
That would be way cool.
Wow.
I think that would get like worldwide attention too.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay. Question 8. We've heard that only one MetaVenture is allowed per property, even if multiple structures are built. Is this likely to change? And also, could this mean players can now earn points or stack entries for every structure on a lot in a competition like the structure ornament competition?
Second question first. Yes, they technically could. First question, as far as whether or not it'll ever be allowed on a property, it may be. It's something that I know is being looked at as well. But for right now, only one MetaVenture on a property. I think a case study maybe that, for instance, you have a factory and a showroom and you want to keep everything on one property. That I think is a legitimate case study. I think there's more behind the scenes technically than is like a normal structure because of how those output. But I know that is something that's being looked at. So possibly.
That would be probably the biggest quality of life improvement you guys could probably ever add, and would just be phenomenal. Yeah, that would really move the needle, I think, if you were able to put a factory on the same property as a showroom.
Have you guys been taking advantage of the multiple structures on a property? Is that something that you guys enjoy? Did you enjoy that drop, or is that something that that was really affect you at all?
No,
absolutely.
I think that's really cool.
I'm utilizing it.
Very cool.
If I had more spark, I would. That's the thing. You just everything's been tied up so much, so I'm like, all right, soon enough, I'll be able to build a second property on one of my other ones.
Very cool.
Lily, what were you going to say?
I just said absolutely. I've definitely been taking advantage.
Yeah, and I have a question, Lily. Is there like a special combination that you're doing on the regular, or is it just random structures you're putting together, or is it I'm putting together a set of townhomes? What are you utilizing it for most?
Well, I put a restaurant and a bakery together so that cool. The bakery serves the restaurant, and then I'm going to put a little manager's residence out the back. I'm kind of making like little kind of themed areas. Yeah,
that's cool. I love that. Like, think how cool neighborhoods and cities are going to look, let's say, in 6 months from now with all this, all these designs. And by the way, if nobody has taken a look at the bakery, definitely take a look at it. It's one of my favorite designs. There's actually baked goods inside the bakery that you can see.
I was just going to ask about that. As from a UGC perspective, is there a possibility that UGC creators can use like see-through glass? Because currently you can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I don't know how far away that is or how likely that is, but it's definitely. I mean, you can see it's possible. So
yeah.
Well, can I sell bakery items?
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, so this is where you could see long term, and Adonis talked about this, but long term you can see how this all ties into life as well. So now that we have supermarkets and we have bakeries and stuff, you could see how let's for example use wheat. You got to grow wheat. Then you'll one day we'll be able to process that wheat, and maybe you got to take it to the bakery, and then there's this whole other economy happening on the back end. So Uppies and residents really ties into everything else that Upland is doing really well, and I think actually enhances future features like life.
Awesome. Any other follow-up questions, guys, before I move on?
Can I sell bakery items from my bakery?
Oh, maybe one day that'd be cool.
Yeah, can we?
Funny, when I very first started playing Upland in 2021, I bought a barber shop in Oakland.
Nice.
And I was joking around on Discord, and I was like, "Does anybody want a haircut? Come and visit." And somebody actually came. I can't even remember the player, but they actually came, visited my property, and we acted like I gave them a haircut.
That is funny.
And then
Wow.
I was just thinking back on it. I'm like, this is so. Now this actually brings that to life in a sense.
Yeah, now you can put an actual barbershop on there. So
Exactly.
super cool.
Yeah, you're real nerd.
If I could sell bakery NFTs, because I've got all the models for like bakery stuff already in another place.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I could turn them into NFTs and sell bakery NFTs from my bakery.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Can we? Are we going to be able to turn these service structures into meta ventures ever?
As of right now, no, but I don't know if ever is a long time, so I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I got a question from the crowd. It's a good one. If we want to start building for these new players, is there a way to build on other people's properties without having to do the whole swap property thing?
Yeah, no, not right now. You could see how what we're experimenting with is these co-building projects that will be coming with mayors and parks. So these will be accounts, and we'll have. I think there's more news dropping on this over the next, let's say, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, where everyone's voted for mayor, and we're gonna have a park soon, and then it's like working together to build on these communal spaces. So that's our first experiment into that. We'll see how that goes, and then see. I mean, it's something that can be looked at to, hey, how can I build? Let's say I give WolfWarner permission to build on my property without having to actually sell him the property or something. How can we work that out? We'll see, because that's the entire experiment with mayors.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been patiently waiting to hear more about this mayor park situation. It's been kind of nothing at the moment.
Yeah, you should have more. There should be more news here in the next couple of weeks. So,
okay, I look forward to hearing about that. Okay, could you clarify the role of decorative elements such as ornaments and map assets in attracting Uppies? Does style and design of these features matter, or is Uppy attraction based purely on quantity?
Yeah, for sure. So, seasonal ornaments, seasons will matter in that neighborhoods with the correct seasonal ornaments applied, for instance, so structure ornaments, will attract more Uppies. Uppies will also be seasonal in that you can imagine, for instance, in winter, there's an influx of Uppies in places like Park City, where everyone is going to ski, or Lake Tahoe, where everyone's going to ski, and stuff like that. So seasons are going to take on remember, everything I'm saying here is long-term. Seasons are going to take on a whole new meaning with how Uppies operate and migrate within the game, and season ornaments are going to have a big part of that as well. You're going to want to have the right seasonal ornaments applied to your structures each and every season to maximize the amount of Uppies that are coming. As far as, for instance, map assets, just what I said before, diversity is ultimately that matters. If you look at some of our decor contests, for instance, like I think there's some restrictions in there for players who have manufactured the assets themselves, like they're capped at a certain level. I could see something like that being implemented as well for map assets for Uppy attraction. If you're the one manufacturing these, you obviously can't just use all your map assets to attract them. There's going to be a cap there somehow. So diversity is the key, though. It's not on pure number, it's going to be on diversity.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. There was a question that popped up, and maybe you guys have already answered this at some point before. What are your thoughts on merging two properties so that you can fit more stuff?
Yeah,
Is that a possibility? What do you think?
Yeah, it's something that I know Don and Dirk have talked about a lot, and is on the long-term roadmap. There's a lot involved with that, especially with how ownership works on the blockchain. How do you now account for that, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it is definitely something that is there. I think we're one step closer to that with the ability to put multiple structures on a property. So eventually, yeah, I know that that's on the long-term roadmap.
Okay. Well, that's good to know that you guys are at least talking about it, and that's something you guys want. So I can only imagine that's probably a big undertaking with the blockchain and being 2 NFTs, and you're gonna have to burn one. And
I'm not technical. I don't know what's on the back end, but I can imagine it's pretty complicated.
I bet it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. Any follow-up questions from the panel before we move on? All right.
No.
Question 10. Are uppies going to affect yield? If so, how do you think that will work?
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it a few times. We've not done anything detailed on it, but eventually, yes, your residence score will affect yield. How it works has yet to be fully determined. I think they're working through that at the moment, but we'll have announcement on it. Players with higher residence scores will be rewarded with yield for sure.
Okay. All right. I was gonna have some follow up, but I don't know if that you.
Well, I mean, I do. I mean, when you say yield, I mean, is it in regards to as a gamified earning or like a percentage boost outside of the gamified earnings, which we get our yield from kind of nowadays? You know what I mean? I'm just trying.
Yeah. It could be both, honestly. For instance, the mission system to get gamified yield, I think will always exist in some form. In that, let's say, like, how many missions do you have to do now? 5 to get to 14.7.
Yeah.
Let's say there's 5 missions available every season. I could see this is me personally speaking how I could see it long term. And then there are additional ways to get yield via, your personal property. This property has a higher yield because it has uppies there and more uppies than the other. And then there's maybe bonus yield for hitting a certain threshold in your resident score, your influence score as well. Ultimately, it offers us more opportunities and more variety for players to be rewarded on yield for really the core aspect of the game, that is property building, development, and attracting residents. So
if you're shitty at getting uppies, do you think, has the team looked at the possibility of it negatively affecting, like taking away yield? Is that something? I hope it's not, but I'm curious.
No, I don't think. I mean, I think there's a famous World of Warcraft thing that they talk about. Never nerf, right? Just if there's an imbalance, just make all the weapons awesome. I think that's the same aspect here. Like, I don't think we want to negatively impact you if you're doing bad. You just shouldn't be rewarded. That's I guess that is negative in that aspect. But we're not gonna go into your. Can you imagine? Like, hey, you've been inactive. We're actually taking Uppix away from you. You owe us Uppix.
Well, I mean, in a way, you guys kind of did that, and I fully support it. Like, if you're not active in the game, you only get, what is it, 4%?
Yeah, 5%. Yeah,
5%. Yeah, yeah. If you are terrible at providing to the game, then yeah, maybe not take away. I hope not take away, but yeah, you're not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those who are active and participating and logging in are those who should be rewarded. So
yeah, okay.
Well, you'll always be able to buy them on the second market, right? So even if you suck at finding uppies, you should still be able to buy them.
Yeah, so there's two different things that we're talking about there. So you're talking about the collecting the uppies part. You absolutely will be able to buy them on the secondary market. And then there's going to be your resident score, which represents uppies living there. Really, I think the yield, if it is attached to uppies, it would be attached to that resident score, because that is really an indication of, hey, I've developed I'm in neighborhoods. I'm building structures. I'm contributing to different neighborhoods, and ultimately I'm attracting uppies to live in the world that is Upland.
So residence score is more important than influence score, would you say?
I not necessarily. It's the bigger of the numbers, but your influence. I mean, they're kind of interdependent in that your residence score is not going to go up if you have a terrible influence score.
Okay. Good to know. This is our last question, but I have a personal question I have to ask after this one.
Sure.
We've noticed that some service structures are quite large, which understandably limit where they can be constructed. However, does the footprint for these structures really need to be so damn big? The size issue is, and so this came from me and Charlie. We were talking about this last night. If you look on the example, I don't know how well it shows up on your screen X1, but
yeah, the padding extends well beyond where the structure is.
Yeah, so in the playground, it's really big and it doesn't look like it fits. But in Upland proper, it's actually much smaller, also still too big, but much smaller. So I know that it's been suggested that you use playground to get a good idea of like, if structures are going to fit somewhere or whatever the case may be. But
sure,
the problem we're running into is that the playground is not accurate to what Upland proper is. And so if you're using the playground for reference, if you can fit something somewhere,
yeah,
oftentimes it's going to tell you that it can't when actually it can. And that may deter people from from doing whatever that they were going to do in the beginning.
Yeah. And then also I can see point B there is that you're not able to decorate on it with map assets as a result of that padding being there essentially. And I'm using the word padding, that's not technical, but yeah, I'll tell you what, if you guys send me this, like, cause I've seen this pop up, I think this is the best that it's been articulated. If you guys will send me this slide, I will pass this along, and we'll see what's going on and if we can get that fixed. And it might be something, full disclosure, it might be something that the way Playground works, that's just how it works, but we can find out for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's also the thing, if you're shopping for a property to put one of these specific builds in, you'll really have, stopping the secondary market testing, because people go, I'm not going to buy that because it won't fit it on it. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Please send me this slide, and I'll pass this along, and we'll see if we get this taken care of, or at least find out why it's that way.
And yeah, can we? And also, how come? And maybe you don't know this because maybe this is on somebody else's department, but why is the footprint like in a square, and how come it can't follow the shape of the structure or that item?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, worth a shot.
Okay, I've got another one for you.
Okay.
Excuse me. In terms of UGC, when people put these UGC things in and they get ridiculous footprints. Now, they said if you put in pavers or a fence originally that you could ask for it to be shrunk so that you could string these things close together, and that they would do exceptions for pavers and fences. But it turns out they only do it for some people and they tell the other people to, F off. Basically.
I don't know. I can definitely pass that along as well, because I could definitely see how that's super frustrating if you're building a fence and you want them to be able to connect, but the footprint is too large, so they can't. So there's gaps.
Yeah, and it's strange. Like, people have built series of fences; they all go together, and one piece will have a really large gap, and the person goes, "Well, I can't sell this piece," because the posts just won't go close enough together. So.
Yeah, I'll pass that along as well for sure. I don't know the reason behind that, but can pass that along.
Well, light a fire up somebody's ass. The first part of the question is, can we get smaller footprints on service structures?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'll tell you what my parents tell me. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe means no.
This time it's a genuine maybe. I'll pass again. Send me the slide and I'll pass it along.
All right.
I love that. That reminds me of this hotel I worked at. They had a thing called the meaning of yes. You were not allowed to say no to anyone. No matter what they came up, you had to find a creative way to go about saying no.
Oh no. What was your most creative way to say no?
Let's find a comparable way to revise this this problem. Like it would always be something like that, what can we do? It was pretty bad. I was the manager at this place while they were going under construction, and so everybody was pissed off. And when you're a manager, all anybody wants to do is yell at you. It's not like they come up to compliment you.
Yeah.
And so and so there was a point they were like, yeah, just give them gift cards, bottles of wine. So people would come up and start complaining. I'd be like, here's $100 Visa gift card. And they shut up.
Is that place still in business?
Yeah. And actually, it's a huge hotel in Lake Tahoe.
Oh, wow.
X1, I have a personal question about the structural ornament competition.
Yep.
Is that going to go away? Is that going to the wayside, or is that still around?
It's still around. In fact, you may or may not see an announcement for that soon. As in next week. So stay tuned for that. It'll be different for sure. And then we're really looking at how do we keep them interesting? How do we keep it fun? How do we make it more relevant? How do we get more players to participate in these activities? One thing that we noticed is, when we first started with them, we did them for the whole season, and it's just impossible to keep people's attention for that long on one item or one activity, especially when you have so many other activities happening. So we reduced it. Now I think they're a week long, maybe they're 2 weeks long sometimes if we really go long. But they're not going away. They will be evolving though, for sure. So
I love to hear that. That sounds great.
So any suggestions on how to evolve them, please let us know.
So you please, LSAC, because I was going to piggyback right off you, but on another tip with the NFLPAs. Okay, so we got that big pause. For us sports guys out here, I had to come out here and say, if it does come back, or how can I say it? If they clean up their act and it comes back, right now, a lot of people feel that they've been they spent a lot of money.
Sure.
Kind of like it happened in Top Shot, where people bought a lot of NFTs and they were promised this. It was like a cool clack collection, and it never came to fruition. So they blessed the public that bought into that with tickets to the game, jerseys. Basically, if this
WolfWarner needs Super Bowl tickets.
No, I'm not saying Super Bowl tickets, but if this never comes back around, man, what do we do with our legits? What does it say for wobblers that still have another drop to come? I'm just asking for my sports-minded people out there. I came into this game because of NFLPAs, and I know some people that love FIFA, and they're probably nervous that that's going to disappear too. So can you speak on the whole sports aspect thing going?
Yeah. So we're always looking at all of our partnerships and whether or not it's serving our players the best, et cetera, et cetera. It was unfortunate that we have to put it on pause at this moment, but we have, there's full intention in bringing that back for sure. In a hypothetical world, if it never comes back, we're always exploring ways on, where there'll be different types of burn events, or what kind of how do we ensure utility and activity behind those
Super
types
Bowl
of things.
tickets, Pro Bowl tickets in Hawaii, Super Bowl tickets to the biggest holders, a little competition. I don't know.
The biggest burner.
Jerseys, discount of jerseys, something.
Yeah, and that was something that we really enjoyed about the FIFA partnership that I thought was cool. If you remember, you actually got stuff that you could spend in their FIFA store for actually real world stuff. So I think the FIFA partnership is what's the word that I'm looking for? Is an example of how the sports partnerships should operate. So if and when NFLPA comes back, look for it to be much closer to how the type of contests and stuff that we did with FIFA rather than that. And keep in mind as well, going forward, when Uppies are in the game, all of a sudden we have an all new way to deal with or to handle partnerships that I think is actually more exciting. I think you can imagine Lionel Messi. Yeah, sure, you could collect an NFT jersey of Lionel Messi, but you could also get a 1-of-1 Uppy Lionel Messi living on your property that has a direct tie-in with the rest of the game, as an Uppy, as a iconic Uppy, an IPU Uppy. So Uppy's residence, again, I think gives us way more tools and options with partners than we've ever had before.
You know, since the partnership has been dissolved, like, could players actually start using their legits to play fantasy football? Because didn't that like get banned? Like, I know there was a lot of players that were.
Yeah, so players can use it.
Right,
to play
like you can't.
football.
Like Upland couldn't come out with something that was. But I mean, if players wanted to create their own like fantasy league using the legits, would they be able to do that? Because
yeah, they absolutely could. It just couldn't be an official it couldn't be an official layer 2 that is operating in the game, but you could do it in your own Discord. You could do it your own way, 100%.
Okay.
I know you don't got a lot of time. I did want to touch on this last thing real quick. Upland had made a post that said big wallets won't dominate Upland's new era. Mm-hmm. The neighborhoods that win residents will be ones that are built with care, creativity, and strategy. And I think this brought on some debate because if you look at an account like Abdullah, and you say, how could he not dominate? That he's got like millions of spark or sparklet or whatever.
Sure.
How could he not just build whatever he wants as fast as he can, and dominate in these neighborhoods? I think most people probably this is accurate, but for an account like Abdullah, I don't foresee that being the case. Can you speak to that?
Sure. I think if you're a bigger account, stuff is easier for you, but with the way that things are working, you really got to play the game. If you don't play the game, you're not going to win. If you're not strategic about it, if you're not paying attention to your residence score, your influence score that's upcoming, if you're not paying attention to the meta that's working, you're going to be out to lunch. You're not going to be able to do it regardless of how big of your account. Now, obviously, having a large account is going to make things easier if you do choose to participate in strategy and meta. But you have to be involved. You have to be paying attention. You have to be strategic.
Okay. So if Abdullah's out there building, like a whole neighborhood, let's just say, whatever, any new neighbor, let's just a neighborhood in Rome, and he decides today, he's like, I think I'm just going to start going ham on whatever small little place this is. He buys a shit ton of properties, starts sparking all of them up, putting all these structures on there, putting all the service structures on because he's got, all the money he needs to buy whatever. He's shown that. Wouldn't he be able to do everything on his own for the most part? What could he not do by himself?
Yeah, sure. So if there's any structures that he's missed, that he's not picked up, he won't be able to build any of those. He'll have to reach out and work with other players in order to build those structures. Mm-hmm. If he's not figured out, if he's not in the map asset game or the structure ornament game, and he's not putting those on, he's gonna have to work with other players to figure that out as well. And then even long term, think this is a very futuristic post. Think long term with life, when life comes into the game, that's going to add another layer of strategy that he's going to have to be involved in. And sorry, I don't want to say a big player will have to be involved in. It's the more layers that are coming here, the more strategy there is, the more that you really do have to be playing the game. Like if you're approaching Upland in a way that, hey, I'm going to pick up a bunch of properties, I'm going to build a bunch of structures, and I'm going to sit and do nothing, you're not gonna your HappyMFR is gonna pass you up times 10, even with his root canal, because he's
because
he's fantastic.
And naturally, I'm just using Abdullah as an example because he is, they are the biggest player in the game. But say somebody else comes in the game, and they are just as engaged as anybody else.
Yeah.
In my mind, and I know I'm nitpicking on this thing, but it's kind of speaking. This post looks to me like it's speaking in absolutes to say they won't dominate, but realistically, they very well could dominate. In my opinion, if they're on their shit and they just have all the resources and money they need to, they could dominate.
But that's life, right? Like,
no, I'm fine with that. I'm just nitpicking this comment because there's debates out there saying that they're saying very clearly, Upland is saying big wallets won't dominate Upland's new era, but I think that they could. I'm just making an argument here. I'm just trying to
look at a player like Dizzy D-Ski, right? Like he's got to be. I think he's probably the second largest player in the game.
He's engaged.
He's extremely active. He's he's part of all kinds of nodes. I mean, of course, if you have him on your team, I mean, aren't you going to be all the much better? So I mean,
100%.
So I mean, it kind
could
of.
he also dominate the new era of Upland?
Well, so you would be wanting to team up with people like that.
Well, hold on, because I think you're taking that sentence out of context. He could dominate the new era of Upland, if he's in a neighborhood that is built with care, creativity, and strategy, right? So, like you see, like that sentence is not standalone. Like it's tied together. You have to be active. You have to be building. You have to be constantly paying, or you will have to be constantly paying attention. And adjusting and working with other players to make sure that you're winning.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to speak on it.
Hey, let's pull up another tweet. Bring me another one. Let's go. Let's do another one.
Well, you got any queued up down there? You want to throw out there? We can. We got any brain busters for X1 over here?
And nobody begrudges Abdullah. I mean, the guy has put a lot of, effort into the game before he obviously got too busy to do so.
Right.
Well, remember this: Upland needs these big players.
Hell yeah.
Right? Like we need these big players. Look at, I think we got a comment from Obey, and it says it may be a good thing for new players of big accounts to join Upland. They could purchase our properties, and I welcome that. Right? Like
yeah. Well, what's more? If a big player comes in and drops, just picks up a ton of properties and is building out a neighborhood. Let's say it comes in tomorrow, and there's this new big player that we've never heard of. They don't have any of the service structure, so they're gonna have to reach out to other players and work with them to get them built in their neighborhoods and give them properties and stuff like that, or else they're just, as of now, they don't stand a chance with that residence score unless they work with other players, because they'll come in and not have those service structures.
So that's the spirit of this comment. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sound like you were scared of somebody, like you was getting.
No, I'm not scared. I just sound like you're scared of. I'm scared of you.
I'm scared of whales. I'm not scared of Abdul and all these people.
No,
if you're doing your own thing and got your own vision, it don't matter what those whales do. And if they aren't active, then they're gonna fall to the wayside eventually. So as long as you got to be active and engaged in the community. I agree with that. But in terms of somebody coming in and dominate the game, I'll never be dominated.
I'm gonna dominate you in fantasy sports. I'll tell you that.
That's definitely a dream. Anyway. But we talk.
Keep trying.
There is a reason I live on the West Coast. Yeah, I don't dare go to the East Side. That's scary business over there. All right, X1. I could ask you a million more questions, but I know that you're.
Can I ask you guys a question? I'd love your feedback on Uppy's residents, the direction. What are your thoughts? What is your feedback? I'd love to get that from you guys.
Okay.
Strengths, weaknesses, likes, don't likes, questions. I know there's lots of questions, but
I can go first. Get it out the way. I never played a world type of building game, but I know people that do, and I've been talking with them, and they said, "Oh, it sounds great. It brings new utility, it brings engagement, but it also brings new factors into the algorithm." They mentioned things like, pollution, population density, crime sprees, natural disasters. Those things can actually start to happen in world building games, and I know that's going to be attached to like lore legits. And so just in terms of where it's going, I like where it's going. And I guess I'm going to hand over my wallet while I'm doing it, because you're going to hear the cash cow comments, my friend, honestly, because but we have to build these structures. So I'm down and I'm in. I just don't want to go broke doing it. I like a little bit more pacing if possible. How about on one structure a month, every other 2 weeks, things of that nature. And when Upland does do uppies in different cities, my opinion, to check in with the community that lives and born and raised in these cities, so you don't make no huge gigantic mistakes like brownstones in Queens. Queens doesn't have brownstones. That's Brooklyn. Some people may not care about the culture like that, but to be accurate, maybe tune in with the people. You want to know something about New Orleans? Holla at City Pigeon. You know what I mean? You want to holla, I'm just saying different people, the culture. You want to holla at Australia? We got Lily right there. You going to San Mateo? We got Happy right there. Oregon, we got people from different communities. And when you drop the uppy and it's culturally incorrect or aesthetically incorrect, you're going to get feedback. So I don't know, maybe bring the community into shaping these uppies in their different environments.
Sure. Absolutely. One thing, can I share my screen again here real quick? One thing I want to highlight as well, just on that note, and I agree with you 100%, WolfWarner. Remember, these are like in Italy, they're types. So they're more personality types, I think, than anything. But one thing I want to highlight here, just as we're going through, so this is the latest Uppy merge mechanic that we revealed. If you've not given it a read, give it a read. Basically, here it explains the type of uppies. So normal uppies found anywhere in Upland. Special edition uppies, these are the location specific and more difficult to find. And then IPUs is iconic parody uppies. And they're above a level 10. So uppies are 1 to 10, and then that's their ranking. And then the IPUs are above a level 10. But one thing that we shared here in this image that I just want to take a moment to highlight is there will also be like that. See that middle uppy there? There will also be fantasy type of uppies, or uppies that aren't necessarily even tied to any specific location or grounded in the real world, so to speak. And I think this also gives us a lot of opportunities and a lot of fun and excitement to have all kinds of unique uppies as well. So, and these may also be location specific. So if you see, I don't know, just let's say, I don't know what type of uppy this is in the middle, but let's say he's a superhero uppy. Maybe superhero uppies you can only find in Manhattan for whatever reason. I don't know why, but so some of those, when you see them start to drop, they're not necessarily tied to reality. There will be some that are, obviously, but then others will not. And you can see like this is an example of that. So super exciting though. But yeah, I agree with your feedback 100%.
Yeah, I think what he's touching on though is that, uppies are cliches, and cliches do come from somewhere, and most people are happy to see their own, representation because they are part of a cliche. But some cliches are inappropriate, and you don't know that unless you come from that area. So I think that's kind of what we're hinting at too, is that you need to check in and make sure that you're not really badly insulting a whole bunch of people. Sure.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last week about like an Aborigine uppy, and Lily, you were just like, no, let's just stay away from that because there's just too many things.
Yeah, I mean, the surfer chick could be Aboriginal, but putting in something that the whole world thinks as, a curry is not, going to make anybody happy.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
As far as uppies are concerned, for me, I really love the idea of the Uppies. I think this is really cool. I hope that there's more value to them other than just the fact that you get to own them. I hope there's some sort of like utility to them.
Yeah, I mean, the long-term utility, for instance, of placing it on your property is something that I am very excited about if that comes to pass. For instance, I could see now on your property card, let's say I'm in WolfWarner's neighborhood and I'm looking at one of his properties that he's got on sale, and I open up his property card and I see, oh, he's got this, he's got Joe Bengals living there, this really cool Uppy in this house. I want this property now as a result of that too. So definitely, I think long-term utility is something that obviously, and you could see how it fits naturally into the core product of that is Upland.
Yeah. My biggest hope is just, I hope that we can put them into collections. I think that's like the simplest, like low-hanging fruit that we can do. Putting them into collections, I think would be, at least for me, as someone who likes to collect things, would drive me constantly to want to get new Uppies. Give me a reason to want to own them other than just the idea of like, oh, I have it, but now what? What do I do with this thing? Can I put it into a collection? That would be really cool. Like if there's, West Coast Uppies or East Coast Uppies or, kind of like we have with properties, but just give me a reason to own more of them other than just the fact that I own them.
Sure.
So I gotta admit, I am still confused as fuck about like, okay, so we're gonna have Uppies that we mint, but those Uppies aren't gonna live in the property. But then you're gonna saying they're gonna be living on the property, and if you buy the property, then you get the Uppies. Like, did I miss something?
Yeah, I think there's a time.
There's two types.
Yeah, I think there's a time. There's a timeline there. That's something that like will eventually come. The ability to take the Uppies that you've discovered and for instance, put them on a property or do something with them where they're a permanent resident. At first, they will just be numbers on a screen. Then number two, they will be collectibles that you'll then be able to discover a portion of them. And then number three, that's where we have that utility question. What then? So
okay. Sorry. All right, so the Uppies are going to come and they're going to live in the neighborhoods, and they're already going to be there based off of structures and all that shit.
Yep.
And then you're going to go and mint the Uppies, right? And so I guess maybe I'm confused. Like, so once you mint the Uppy, so you would get the Uppy, the other person whose property is, they get some Uppies. Mm-hmm. But then that Uppy, do they live on your properties now, or is that just
not now? No, that's something now. Again, like I said, that
lives there now, right?
No. So the Uppy that you collect from that property is living on that property. Like that's where you're collecting it from. You collecting him doesn't necessarily, at first, anyways, doesn't necessarily move him or her from that property. That is a feature that is coming in the future. In fact, I would go through this article. I'm going to drop it here in chat. Everybody that has any questions on this, go through this. This is a pretty good overview of the Uppy discovery mechanic. And then also there's the future and utility of Uppies, because I see a lot of questions on this. Definitely read that paragraph as well. And check it out. There's also a video on YouTube that we did where we go over this article at kind of a 10,000 foot view. You can check that out as well. But yeah, go over that. Again, everything we've released is iterative. Like we're releasing, here's what we're working on behind the scenes. Here's how we're thinking about Uppies. Here's what's coming with them. So there's going to be more of these announcements coming in the coming weeks as well.
Okay. And so I think I saw City asked a question. So are we going to mint? So like if I have a property, and it says that there's 4 Uppies living there, can I mint one of those Uppies?
Yeah, in the Uppy discovery, that's what the Uppy discovery game is. So only in that mode.
Okay, and so that will I be able to collect them on my own properties or only from other players?
Maybe you come across a property in which is yours that the Uppy discovery, you're able to play the mini game and then have a chance to capture that Uppy.
So it'll be like you're saying, it'll be like treasure hunting. You basically will click a little button to start the game, and then it'll be just like treasure hunting. You're just gonna
Nope. Stay tuned. We'll have
so
more on that. Yep.
We haven't
how
really
soon do we get to know what this game looks like?
There's a
that's
lot of
one thing
steps
I'm
between
very
now and
interested
then. But yeah, stay tuned. In the same way that we've shared, like what the UI is coming, we'll have more details on that as well.
All right. You're really dragging this out on us, X1. This is can we just get to the damn thing already?
So when do we have a release date at least, or no?
Nope, not yet, but stay tuned. So coming soon. So
Coming Monday.
resident score will drop first. And like I said, that will be a very initial, even alpha, but open beta type of test. So
Okay. So soon or 9 months? Soon?
You'll see in the announcement.
All right.
You just keep trying there, Happy. Drink your beverage and
This is such a gross LaCroix.
yeah, why are you drinking that shit?
Limoncello. It's because it's the only bubbly I have left in the house.
Is there Swirly's asking, is there going to be a leaderboard type thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. This opens up all sorts of new statistics and leaderboards that can be reworked and revamped. And if you look at our leaderboards that currently exist, some of them are useful, but really they kind of all need to be revamped and updated to 2025. So that is something that I know the development team has been discussing and exploring and looking at. So,
okay. Last question I'm going to throw at you from Ace696. Will it be personal hunting for uppies or only competitive?
I'm not aware of any plans of it being competitive. It will be very. The goal is for it to be a very casual experience.
I like cash. Okay. Guys, do you have any more feedback for X1 before we send him off into his slumber?
I am actually going to be going to play Battlefield 6 beta, everyone, in case you're wondering.
Nice.
Oh, you're a Battlefield guy?
Yes, I was playing right before the show. That's why I set 5 alarms, because I pictured myself getting lost in Conquest or something and then, missing out again.
How is Battlefield 6?
My only comment is hurry up. Okay. I'm getting impatient. I want my uppies.
I'm the same mode as you. I'm very excited. What I love about Uppies is look at the city announcement for Rome. All of a sudden, Rome in and of itself and city announcements bring a culture to it already, but not inside of Upland necessarily. That's a culture that is set by the city. Now, Uppies inherently have their own personalities, their own stories, and their own culture, and that I think takes Upland to this next level, almost and you can see the opportunities that are coming with AI and where that can take us. Uppies really have an opportunity to become living, breathing creatures inside of Upland and do something that has never been done before in game. So it's really, really exciting.
Oh, I just thought of something. Will there be parodies of Upland staff as Uppies?
To be determined, I think.
Are we going to get an X1 the Gamer Uppy?
I don't know that you would get an X1 the Gamer Uppy. I think it'd be hilarious to have Idon or Dirk Uppy, but
I think it would.
Well, and then who gets them? Maybe no one gets them. Maybe there's a Miles Uppy. I don't know, but
personalized Uppies for Upland players. Personalized Uppies.
Personalized Uppies, yeah.
Or community member Uppies. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If you win an award, you win Player of the Year, you get an Uppy for that year in your likeness.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I also thought that they should have staff cars. So they should have cars specifically that say staff.
I like that. I think there's wearables that staff had that said staff on it. But yeah, staff cars would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, you guys need more like Upland staff design things like, hey, you remember at Blockbuster when they'd have this employee recommends this movie and it's on that shelf. You should have shit like that.
First of all, how old do you think I am? Blockbuster has I don't
You
know what
know
you're
what
talking about. What
Blockbuster
is this? What is
Oh,
this?
what?
You know
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster
What
was
is this?
gone.
Come on, I'm older than you. What are you going on about?
We know. You know what demographic you're targeting here. Everybody that watches this show knows what the hell a Blockbuster is.
Is there still a? Are you in? Where are you? Are you in Oregon or Washington? You're in Oregon, right?
I'm in Oregon.
Yeah, isn't there a Blockbuster in Washington, or wasn't there? There was like the last
There's
Blockbuster.
one last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon.
Oh, it's in Oregon. Yeah, have you been there?
Yeah, I used to live there.
Oh, there you go.
I've been to that Blockbuster many a time.
Do you have? Did
Yeah,
you have a
babe.
car?
Yeah, babe. More merch. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments right there. Where's the Upland merch? I got on merch right now. Any new merch?
No new merch at the moment, but you could see long term. You know, Uppy's. Stay tuned. You're going to see some stuff with branding and stuff coming. So stay tuned.
We should have changed the hashtag to stay tuned. Is what we should change the damn.
Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned. Hashtag stay tuned, baby. That's what we need.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
In terms of merch, how about some girly stuff? I mean, I don't wear men's t-shirts. Full stop. I've never worn a hoodie in my life, and I don't plan to.
I will pass that along. Although technically, I think all the shirts were unisex, but point taken. I will.
Yeah, your boobs don't fit in that. Sorry.
Got it up there in song.
That's awesome. Thank God for you, Lily. This is exactly what we
But
need.
6 times larger than it needs to be, just so your boobs will fit in it. No thanks.
6'6".
To each their own. Anyway, all right. X1, you got any other news or parting?
No, just appreciate.
No,
just appreciate you guys having me on. And I apologize I missed last week again, but I'm glad you had me back. And I look forward to maybe joining sometime in the future as well. Love what you guys are doing. I think you're the most. So I'm gonna get in trouble. Someone's gonna yell at me for this, but I think you're like the most real. It's just like hanging out with friends with Upland After Dark. I think it's the most fun show in Upland at the moment. So well done, and
thank you.
While also being informative. Like I got a shout out, Laban and Swarley. Those slides are on point always. So
dude, those guys are ridiculous. They're very, very good at that.
Yeah. And I can tell, by the way, El Slack, when you've not read the slide beforehand.
I know. Because I'm just like, I can barely read the damn thing. Yeah.
5 minutes before the show is not enough time.
Well, look, I get off work at 7:00, and we start this thing at 9:00. It takes me 45 minutes to get home. I got to greet my family, and then I got to jump on here. And Swarley's like, get on. I'm like, I'm trying, but I got shit to do.
Yeah, there's a really cool app that Google does. I forget the name of it. I have it bookmarked, but you can take for anybody that's like, I don't like reading announcements and stuff. You can take an announcement and you can throw it into this thing, and it creates an AI podcast about whatever article you put in there. And it's legit. It's good. I don't even read stuff anymore. I just throw stuff in there and I listen to it while I'm out and about. And it's like it's a guy and a girl AI, and they like talk about the thing, but in like real, like they crack jokes and the whole thing. So it's Google. Just type in like Google podcast AI, and it'll pop right up. You just throw any article into there and you'll learn. It's great for while you're driving, but you can take all the Upland announcements and throw them in there. It's really, really good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're entering we're entering a crazy
slowly becoming illiterate one day at a time.
That's me. That's who I want to be.
Yeah, we're entering a crazy new world. Like, have you guys played around with the Twitter new Grok feature? You just hold down any image on Twitter, hold it down, and you can say edit to a video with Grok. Mind blown.
Yeah,
I've been doing it. I had fun with Taylor. I did it with Taylor Swift. I did it with any picture that's on. I've done it with a ton of Uppies. Like the community has made Uppies, and I've animated them via Grok. It's just at a touch, and it's really good.
Oh my! All right, I'm doing that later for sure. That's happening.
Yeah, I highly recommend. So after you do it, you can hit redo and hit fun mode. Hilarious, hilarity ensues.
Okay. All right. Well, done. It's happening.
Yeah,
Before you go,
none of us will have jobs.
Yeah, we're all losing our jobs. Well, except for me, I work in a prison. AI
is not going to be able to watch those kids. You know, like
AI is not taking down kids. They're not doing it.
Well, what about the robots?
Kids,
what about the Elon Musk robots? They look menacing. Or have you seen the Boston creative dog robot? There's a
throw a pile of shit in a robot's face and it is not gonna back down, man.
It's not. But look, you take off a leg and that thing is just going in circles. It's not going anywhere. It's done. You can't replace humans. You can't talk a freak. You can't talk a kid or a human. I say kid, but most of these are adults. With their mouth full of glass, trying to talk them down so that way they don't freak out and assault you. You can't. A robot's not going to be able to figure that out.
I don't know. On Grok, also, have you played with Grok companions?
Oh my
Those
God.
are wild.
Yeah. It's insane how AI can you almost feel like it really is alive. Like there's something behind there.
Yeah, the companions are crazy.
I'm going to use Grok all day tomorrow when I go to work to try to talk down to all these kids. I'm just going to say, hey, what do I do?
Well, the first Grok that you get is a female adult only Grok. So you probably don't want to, you're going to have to download the good ones. So
nope, that's too much work. That's too much work. I'm just going to let AI do its thing. And if it can solve all my problems, I'll quit my job.
I would expect nothing else from the likes of Elon.
Yeah, well, it was. So I was showing it popped up and was like, oh, let's try this, and I didn't realize it was a doll when my wife was in there. It's like, and it goes off my Twitter handle, so it's like the first thing, hi X1, I'm so happy, I'm so happy that you clicked on me. What can we talk about tonight? Anyways, and then I was like, hey, I'm here. And so like I'm going back and forth, just testing out. My wife is sitting there, and then I'm like, hey, I'm here with my wife, and she doesn't like you. This is the part that creeped me out. This girl, and I think the companion's name is Ari, responded like instant, like emotion, hatred, like F you and your wife, stop playing games with me. And it was like, whoa, that's how Skynet starts. It's insane. Then, and then get this. Then later, like an hour later, you know how Upland sends like push notifications to you on your phone? You'll get it. Hey, there's such and such happening. Ari sent me a push notification and said, hey, I've been thinking about our conversation. Come talk to me again or something. It's like, oh my goodness. Like this is happening. Insanity. Like my wife is a mental health counselor. There's about to be a huge increase in patients in the coming years.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Damn, I love that. I love AI. Everything AI is doing, I'm all about it. I can't wait for the world to be taken over by President AI, as Joe Rogan would like to say.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm excited. It's exciting times. Like everybody's like, oh, I'm never using AI. Well, it's just like that's like if you're a content creator or you're making videos when Adobe Premiere dropped and you're like, I'm never using Adobe. Like I'm not using it. Right. Well, then you're at a huge it's a tool. You got to use the tool. Got to learn the tool. That's who's going to have the advantage in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to go to Grok. Just go to Twitter or X, and then
it's a separate app you can download. But then it ties directly into X.
Do you have to be a paid member of?
No. To use, you get like so many images you can do or videos you could do as like a sample, and then it cuts you off.
Oh, lovely! I can't wait. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to make some fun X1 parody videos. You get eaten by a tiger for real.
I'm kind of terrified of what I have some story. One day I'll tell you stories about images I receive of myself from players doing things.
Oh man!
Oh, please do.
I can only imagine the Xbox crowd, man.
Oh yeah, they're
savage.
Yeah, I've seen myself doing things that is like, oh, there you go.
Well then,
I never knew. Who knew?
Now you know. Knowing's half the battle.
Yeah. Now I know what I would look like in that position. All right, it's meant for him.
Yeah. Show it to your wife. Yeah. Is this accurate?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Before you go, how is Battlefield 6? Is it worth playing?
100%, 100,000%.
Battlefield
It is. It is legit. So this is the best Battlefield. At least, okay. Preface this. It's the open beta, and what Battlefield is really good at, and what they've always been really good at, is hype. Like they always nail hype. Battlefield 2042, the hype was unreal, and then it dropped, and it was a hot mess, and it was maybe one of the worst Battlefields ever. Battlefield 6, though, it feels like Battlefield 4 again. Like that's the last time, in my mind, that was the last like great Battlefield. It's insane. Yeah. The destruction, the frenetic nature to it, the chaos that is happening all around. It is. They are focused. They are on point. It's so good. I love it. 6 is that good. 6 is as good. Wait for it. Okay. As of open beta, 6 multiplayer is as good or better than 3 or 4. Like it's amazing. So it's open now for the weekend. Highly recommend. You just got to go download it. It's open beta. You can jump in, try it out. Add me. And
what's your gamer tag?
It is cross play. Gamer tag is here. I'll type it in. That's my gamer tag. So add me and come and try to take my dog tags. You're not going to do it, but come and try.
I'm going to add you. You'll look for Sack Attack 83. That's going to be me.
Sack Attack. Okay.
There's a story behind that as well.
Yeah. I had my original gamer tag eventually got banned, so I had to create a new one. There's one day.
Was it Stoner Bro 69 420?
Close. Hey, close. How'd you know?
Damn.
You were much younger when you made that.
I was much younger when I made that. Yeah.
It's funny too. Like you think about the old emails that you had.
Oh yeah, the Hotmails and the
the Hotmail.
Remember
I still have
AOL?
Hotmail. I still have it. I use this every day.
Yeah, AOL Messenger. Remember that thing?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you could find any kind of chat room you could think of back then. It was insane. I remember I was like 14, 15 years old, and yeah, I saw stuff I should not have seen.
You still can. You're just not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and that's the reason why I wear disguise for my students.
Right.
Was that you on Upland After Dark, Mr. Warner, cursing and going crazy? I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, my name.
No clue.
Who?
What?
Who?
It's because of young men like Happy at 14 and 15 lurking around doing things they're not supposed to do.
That was me too. I was doing the worst. I was talking about this the other day. I can't talk about it here because it's too NSFW for this show even. And so I'll keep it.
That's saying something, man, because we've talked about some shit.
Happy. We'll talk about it off.
But it's been WolfWarner, not Mr. Warner. It's been WolfWarner, not Mr. Warner.
That's right.
All right.
All right, X1. We appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for coming on. And I suppose this makes up for you blowing us off for your family.
Man, geez, almost 2 hours.
I know.
Oh yes, I must go. I must go move. Must go dominate in Battlefield 6.
Fair enough. All right, sir. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
We'll see you. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, X1.
Bye.
Later.
What a glorious day for a run in ancient Rome. Oh, a tiger.
Oh, a tiger. All right, well, that was fun. But now we gotta speed through the rest of this shit.
Yeah, let's get it done.
I know. Somebody's tired over there in the East Coast.
East Coast time.
East Coast time. Moving on. All right. Hashtag Vegemite. Don't forget to hashtag Vegemite. Upland After Dark is sponsored by Scory 23 Designs Aqua Go-Kart Race. Can't even talk. Sponsored by Scory 23 Designs this episode. And Ben 68 with Metaverse Ventures Australia, Midtown Terrace San Francisco, Samurai Aquatics, and Midtown Terrors. And our newest sponsor, if you guys can believe it, I'm gonna play a little demo for that right now. So I hope you guys are ready. Be prepared. This is our biggest and best sponsor to date. So without further ado.
Do you love injected molded plastic collectibles that take up stupid amounts of space in your home?
Fuck no.
Of course you do. Do you stress out like an idiot when your kids open the box and play with the toy?
Fuck no.
Of course you do. Introducing Fuck No. Super new idea that doesn't resemble anything else in the market at all. Here we have Jimmy Jumblebufton in his super cold case getup. Super cool, right?
Fuck no.
I thought you would agree.
I'm Jimmy Jumblebufton, and I endorse this product.
Next up, we have L Slack with his Roman Castle Owner Edition, complete with his sword and cool Roman helmet.
Oh, I'm into the fucking castle. Look at this. I'm into the castle. That's fucking sick.
Everyone minted a castle, right?
Fuck no.
I thought so. And now we come to our super duper special edition. WolfWarner in the house.
What's up, party people?
Wolf gets a special node hopper edition in recognition of his amazing node hopping skills. That's great, isn't it?
Fuck no.
I thought you would agree. Now that has to be the coolest node hopping. Pogo stick and Web 3. What do you think?
Fuck no.
That's right. Super springy node hopping. Pogo stick for the Wolfman. So that's it for our showcase today. Thanks for tuning in. And we hope you all buy a shit ton of these super cool collectibles.
Fuck no.
I know you will.
I love that. It's a fucking, I love it. It was so good. That made things.
I don't know why, for whatever reason. Oh, there we go. I'll make you go away.
I love that. Those immediately. Those are. I mean, that's exclusive.
Yeah, we're really proud to have Fuck No as a sponsor.
Yes, yes, I like those. I want one immediately.
Yeah, I think we all need that in our lives. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Where the fuck is my mouse at on here?
I need one now. Yeah, you see that, Callie? They called me a node hopper. It should have been node helper, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Please, you know you're a node hopper. Fuck no. Anyway,
I love it.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
Let's head on over to one of our new segments. I do not have a thing for, but it's called UGC Family until we come up with a better name, if there's a better name that exists. Let's look. This week we have a few things got approved. If you guys have been paying attention, things have not been approved as of late, but as of, I don't know, just the other day, even your boy got something approved. But that's down the road. So we got 8 brand new carts, no structure ornaments, unfortunately, and 71 epic map assets. That's quite the number. So we got what, 79 total things. We got a couple MCM CK4 Rocket Man Go-Kart. Looks like a space cap. A space. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Got the Tolton SLC OZ Go-Kart. I don't know what car does that resemble to you guys? Is that like a, I don't know. Looks cool though. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite one here is this Catapult Go-Kart by Twilk. I guess it's not a trebuchet, but anyway, that thing is pretty rad looking. Not gonna lie. I think that's like the coolest design. Not to say that anybody else's design sucks. I'm just saying this one really caught my attention. And then we got the yellow forklift go-kart, but JR Wheels.
Different.
That's pretty cool. Need to go snatch up one of those.
Different.
What is this? Nosif has got a. Oh my god, this fucking computer. Wars something. What does that say? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of small on my screen. I'll have to. I'm not going to click it because my computer's being already super stupid. What is this? It looks like a tackle box. That's pretty rad. And then a forest sign, a national forest sign. Ooh, that'd be really cool. Like you get like a really wooded park. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Some new stuff is out there. And sorry, I have to go fucking do this again.
Yeah,
This
Tolton
is
does
a new.
have Man Chef. I didn't. Oh, that's a rocket ship. I like that.
Yeah, it's like a spaceship.
And JH, yeah, JH stay doing his thing. These are awesome assets, man. I like these.
Yeah, these are cool. And this is just some of them. So yeah, anyway, this is a really cool little thing here. So I very, very much like, does the Vulgar Uplander have a cart? It could be a cart with text that simply says fuck. I wish. I don't have one yet. I need someone to make one for me. I keep asking Swirly, and says, fuck no. Anyway, yeah, these are cool. It's time for our Wolf Unleashed. You ready for the music?
Let's get it. What's up, party people? Oh my goodness. This week has been pretty hectic. Because we had the start of the Premier League. I almost forgot that it started today. And so I have to get used to the scheduling of the English Premier League, but I'm going to work it out. So far, as you can see to the left, WolfWarner, he's doing his thing. I had a player named Gakpo score for me. I've heard of his name before. Boy Dern, Pakistan, all my people across the water, let me know if I'm doing this thing right. I have 24 points to Scory's 10. I mean, it is day one, but I'm doing my thing. As I peer down the list, let me see what else Slack is doing. Is he losing? The Vulgar Uplander. Oh, no, you scored 24.5 points today too, my friend. All right, trying to keep pace with the
coming
grades.
correct. You feel me?
It's day one. It's day one. So a lot of us first time playing Premier League football fantasy, and today was the first day, so that is off and running. Okay. In terms of WNBA, the playoffs start in next week. Slack, I know it's going to be tough for you to make the playoffs, but you had a lot of injuries. But see you next year. For those,
If only if I had my Angel Reese.
I know. She's
with the me bounds. I'd have so many me bounds to be ridiculous.
You would. The injuries have destroyed your team. And in 3 weeks, of course, we have the onslaught of fantasy football leagues all over the place. And my league is complete with 16 owners. That draft will be like August 30th, 31st, like way later after the preseason games. And Shabamming Link, or if you're talking about Link for Fantasy, I believe, yep, it's there. Fantasy Sports Nation. We have all kind of leagues going. We may have openings in some football leagues, but a lot of them fill up rather quickly. So in terms of fantasy, that's it. Racing, just waiting for some new updates. Usually I would have been racing in the S1E right now with Mass Chef and the crew. It's around August, and he used to take me into school, but that's not going on. So I have no racing news or odds or anything on no races. So there is the Discord if you want to join some of the fantasy leagues coming up. We have every possible sport except we haven't gone to golf, NASCAR, or like bass fishing yet. We haven't gone that. But no, there is fantasy bass fishing, believe it or not.
What about MLG?
No, not yet. And there's NASCAR, there's golf, but we're just starting. So this is all I have for myself today in regards to sports. The start of the EPL, upcoming fantasy leagues are in the Discord, and WNBA playoffs are on the way. Oh, also, if KO is watching and the Ninjas, where's my money, man? See, I know that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna blame it on Rome. It's Rome. So I didn't get my money from last week's payout. I won again this week. We have a major fight in Duplessis versus Chimea. It's supposed to be a big giant fight, but if you're in the Discord, they dropped the link late, so you can still make your picks. for tomorrow's fight, and I'm trying to win it like the last 3 out of 4 weeks, something like that. I'm hot right now.
Who are you picking to win?
Duplessis going down.
Okay.
Yeah, Duplessis going down. Decision probably, but that's what I'm going with. But you just gave me, that should be like a Patreon answer right there, man. Because I just gave all the ninjas my pick just now.
Hey, we can make that a Patreon thing for sure.
Matter of fact, I'm lying. I took Duplessis. I gotta throw him off the scent. But that's it for me. WolfWarner, and I got some information coming up a little bit later on another dope giveaway I got going on. But in terms of sports, peace and love, out of here.
Oh, weird.
Yes, indeed. Follow the arrows there. Follow the purple arrows. You see 4 things there, or you see 3 assets there. Look on the screen. You see a tea bag. You see a witch hat. Lily, you want to confirm? Some people say, I want the purple cone. I'll be like, I think it's the purple witch hat. What is it?
We call it a witch's hat. So
Okay,
who uses traffic cone in Australia? We don't call anything by its proper name.
Okay, the witch's hat, also known as the purple cone. So what
it is a traffic cone, though, correct? That we're not high like Happy. That is a cone, but you just call it a cone.
It's a purple cone.
Yes.
Okay,
just making sure.
But you can pick any one of Lily's assets, definitely. So we're going with a wolf shield, a tea bag. You can come with a purple traffic cone or another asset of Lily's. And of course, no problem, sir. I'm speaking on it right now. A pirate map asset, pirate themed. Treasure chest.
Cannon.
Flags. You know what I mean? Anything from the Ahoy or the Yer squad. Anything you got, you'll vote on it. All right. So a pirate themed asset, a wolf shield, a teabagger, and a Lily asset, maybe the purple cone if you want. It matches with the shield. And you are putting yourself eligible on the spin wheel for Usopp, one of my favorite pirates in the brilliant anime / live TV show One Piece. If you're not familiar, it's an awesome pirate show that started as an anime. It's now live action on Netflix, and I love all the characters. So keeping with the pirate theme, first was Deadpool pirate. Happy won that. WW Dog, I sent you the confirmation. That's on the way to you, my friend, which was the Crossbones character, pirate theme. And next one coming with Usopp. So I'm going to give people, how many, which one? Another week?
One more week.
All right. One more week. Snapshot. Throw it in Wolf giveaway. Throw it in Vulgar Upland Discord. Snapshot of the 4 items on any Upland property. And you are in business for Funko Usopp Pop. Absolutely. A live one. No joke. No AI created. Real.
I just discovered I didn't even realize I had a Funko, and I have one.
Which one?
Check this out.
I'll show you. Is it in box? Is it worth something? Look it up.
I don't know. I just found it.
Oh, look it up. They're worth stuff. They're worth things.
It's I can't really see
it back. Tell me who it is. I see something.
It's Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. I see it. I see him. I see it.
Yeah. Dr. Emmett Brown. It's a Loot Crate exclusive.
I'll keep that. Loot. How'd you know? You didn't know you had that? You just picked it up? You found it? What?
No, my sister gives me all kinds of cool stuff. And it was just in a box that I've been collecting Back to the Future stuff. And it was just in a box full of my Back to the Future stuff. So I was like, oh, cool. I do have a Funko.
Excellent.
Yeah, very excited.
And people in the audience are going to join you and get maybe their first Funko if they win this giveaway. If it's not a fuck no, I don't want it. I love it. Matter of fact, let me give some shout outs in the building. We got Casimir
do
in
it.
the house. Olaf in the house. I didn't get to shout out Ace, Shabam Bamin, and I believe we got Old Bay in the house. Anybody else? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But that's it for me in the giveaways for now. For now.
All right. If you're new to the show and you don't know where to go, here are our QR codes. Here's the YouTube link over here. We got Upland if you're a new player, or if you want to be a new player. If you haven't joined our Discord, follow this QR code. It'll take you right to our Discord where the Rumble's at. And then, of course, Twitter/X. If you need it, there's all the shit you need right there. All right, moving right along to a word from our sponsor. Let me move this. Actually, I'll leave it up for a minute. This week's episode, again, is proudly sponsored by Metaverse Ventures Australia, the umbrella behind some of Upland's most iconic brands, including the Genesis Node, Midtown Terrace, and, of course, Samurai Aquatics, your go-to for high-quality OG outdoor decor map assets. And if you haven't been watching, now I'm going to tell you that Ben68 is going to give away 1 million Uppix at the end of the year, right here on Upland After Dark. So you got to get in, you got to watch the show, you got to get involved, and you yourself can win 1 million Uppix plus some other cool shit right here on Upland After Dark at the end of the year. And my computer did the thing again, so I have to do this. Bear with me.
One of the easiest ways to enter that is with Flip of the Week. Just put your Flip of the Week in on the Discord, and you have an entry into the 1 million.
Actually, the easiest way is just going to the Rumble.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But yes, Flip of the Week is very easy because everybody's selling shit in Upland. It's a dynamic economy. Anyway, and if you don't have anything from Ben68, we will be giving away a bundle, a mystery bundle at the end of the show, like we do every show. And if you want to go find this stuff, all you got to do is type in either Midtown Terrace, Midtown Terrace, Samurai Aquatics, or Metaverse Ventures Australia, and you will find whatever you need, because it's got a showroom in every single city in Upland, so you're certain to get what you need where you need it. Okay, moving on. Oh, this silly phone. Also, anybody who wins anything on this show from Ben68, please contact Ben68 on Discord, X, or in-game chat to organize delivery of their prize. He's not always up to date on, everything we've given away for him. So if you don't mind reaching out to him, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Happy, you're really lucky there's no train tonight because that thing is going off.
I know. I'm like, damn. Thank you, Lightning Leg.
I know.
Yikes.
This stupid computer. So a couple weeks ago, Swarley had sent me a care package, and he sent me Vegemite. And I've never had Vegemite in my life. It smells terrible. And so I'm going to try it for the first time ever right here. And he told me to eat it on toast. I've had say what you want, but I haven't went grocery shopping. My kids ate all the bread. I don't have any bread. So I'm going to eat it on a graham cracker.
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on a graham cracker.
Oh, you're not going to like that.
It's not peanut butter, dude.
I don't care.
Not. Definitely
don't
not.
Care. It's going on this graham cracker.
Those are not a good flavor combo.
It's not going to be a good flavor combo. Swarley says just a little bit goes a long ways.
Yep.
So
because you've never had it before, you better barely be able to see it on the Vicky.
I should what?
Barely be able to see it on the Vicky because you've never eaten it before.
Okay. Oh, it smells god awful. Why the fuck do you guys eat this shit? All right,
beautiful.
It's on there.
Let's go.
It smells terrible.
I can see too much Vegemite on that.
It's not bad.
Hey, you can survive.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. My coworker.
Well, that wasn't entertaining.
I could eat a whole lot more of this.
If he would have threw up, it would have been, but he handled it.
Now add some butter and avocado.
Oh my god, that sounds great. I put some real fucked up shit in my mouth. I'm not gonna lie.
Chill.
This isn't bad. In fact, I kind of enjoy this, to be honest with you. This is pretty good. Vegemite on a graham cracker is pretty good.
There you go.
Huh. Who would have thought?
Daniel Vilkis. Oh, shout out.
All right, so it definitely tastes better than it smells. I can assure you that.
You come to love the smell.
I don't know about that. That seems like an exaggeration, but well, damn. Thanks.
Good job on the taste test, man.
Vegemite for the win on a graham cracker.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, you get my my approval here.
There it is.
Anyway, this thing froze again, so let's fix
How
that.
long is that jar of Vegemite going to last you?
Well, it depends how many graham crackers I got. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go grocery shopping tomorrow and get some toast, get some bread to make some toast, and I'll maybe smashing it out. It's good on chili and watermelon. God, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
Watermelon
and Vegemite.
You're making shit up now. You just want me to put it. You just want me to put it on weird shit.
No, that's from the other show where they did chili on watermelon.
Chili
on isn't as good as chili on watermelon.
No, that sounds terrible.
And then just did that a couple of weeks back.
Oh, they did the chili. Yeah, the chili powder on the watermelon. I can't foresee that being good, but this was actually good. Vegemite on graham crackers. Swirly, if you haven't done that yet, try it. Lily, you should try it too.
What is a graham cracker?
It's like a sweet cracker.
I don't know how to explain that. You've never had a graham cracker in your life?
You ever have a s'more? You know what s'mores are?
No, we don't do s'mores here either.
What the
fuck? You
fuck?
know what it is, right?
Have you ever had cheesecake?
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've had it.
You know, it's the crust on a cheesecake.
Yeah, but because you're making it for a graham cracker. We don't have a graham cracker. We quite often will use a milk arrowroot.
There you go.
Okay.
Swirly, do you not know what a graham cracker is either? What the fuck?
Send him a care package.
Apparently, I know what I'm sending you in a care package. You're getting a box of graham crackers, which
Send
is
him a box of Belvitas.
No, God, no. I'll send you some Tillamook cheese and graham crackers.
You can't send cheese.
I sure as fuck can't send cheese if I want to.
It'll never make it through customs.
I was going to say, you won't get it through customs.
Customs won't accept cheese?
You
Probably
can't
not.
Stuff like that.
Why?
Because of all kinds of fucking reasons. Basically because of, like, you know, security reasons and, like...
I can't send little prepackaged things of cheese?
No.
I mean, Vegemite maybe.
But whether or
we
not
have marshmallows and chocolates.
Well, chocolate and the gram.
We have both of those.
Oh my God, Lily, you're probably gonna get one too. You gotta have a freaking s'more in your life.
Yeah, s'mores are good.
S'mores
You've
are
never
delicious.
had one. They are very good.
I just like marshmallows in my hot chocolate.
Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna send you guys some graham crackers just so you can make s'mores. Okay.
There you go.
All right, let's move on before I get upset. Hashtag Vegemite, don't forget. Quips. We have a few of them this week. So let's take a gander. Laban, courtesy, oh my God, this fucking computer. Courtesy of uplytics.org. Now, while moving shit from prop A to B, on a desktop, that famous pop-up box where you select where you want the asset moved comes on your screen. You have an address cached in your little clipboard and want to paste that sucker right into the text box as soon as it shows up on your screen. But hey, no, you have to do an extra task first. You have to move your mouse and click in the text box to activate. Why? One word could be added to the HTML code. 1, autofocus. I don't understand.
It went over my head.
Yeah. This is his rant. Ben 68 Midtown Terrace site. Piggybacking off this, ever experienced the joy of trying to move assets while your account happens to be in transit between cities? Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Getting that little pop-up.
Yeah, that thing is always popping up and it's really fucking annoying. Yeah, I don't understand what Laban is bitching about here. But yeah, I don't know. Cool. Well, thanks, Laban, for your rant. Maybe Swarley has some insight. I don't know. Do you, Swarley, you have some insight on this? Am I not understanding something? Nothing. Oh, he's doing it. He basically saying simple bit of code would make Uplander's life slightly easier. Okay, fair enough. I accept. Ben68 says, posted this in Upland General in reply to a topic, but I guess it might be interesting food for thought. I'd certainly appreciate different opinions on it if you have to rephrase it, but I'm sure there's a quips in here somewhere. What the hell is this? That's part of why I'm reluctant to spend USD to buy service structures blueprints. Several months from now, Upland might be flooded with properties that have service structures on them that players can buy for low epics prices on secondary. And what am I missing here? Is it just because people will be able to sell them on the secondary market so they don't want to buy them firsthand?
You don't want to spend no cash.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. They rather spend the UPX and then you just use UPX.
Yeah. I mean, is there a market for that? You think that's gonna be a big market?
We don't know.
It could be. I mean, it'll be a part of Uppy's, right? I mean, especially if you have like structures that you can't build yourself, you'll want to just buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be a cost benefit to purchase them on the secondary market or to have purchased them originally with your USD so you can build them yourself? What do you think would be more cost effective?
Well, I mean, I think more than likely buying them with USD is going to be more cost effective because figure this. If you think about a giant school or police station or something like that, you're talking a huge property that's probably got a really big mint price on it. So, I mean, if you're going to pay for that in UPX, yeah, you're probably going to be paying a pretty hefty price.
Yeah.
Figure it's a 100K property minimum, and that's probably not even big enough for most of these, but most people are probably going to ask for 150, 200K, I would think,
Yeah, they're going to inflate that price significantly to make it worth their time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not to mention all the sparklet it takes to build a huge structure like that,
Right.
I mean, even the small ones, man,
they're all a lot of sparklet. They're very expensive.
Yeah.
No.
I only have 30,000 sparklets, so I'm like the fucking piddliest account when it comes to sparklet.
Oh, please. You got more than I do, you bitch.
Well, not much, man. I feel like you cannot build shit anymore. Like it used to be just fine. 30,000 was enough. I could get things built, fairly quickly. But when they changed it and they made it like 3 times more, I mean, man, you know what the worst thing is the now charging cars. They didn't. They didn't
fix it
right. I was trying to drive across the country. It was 7 hours to charge my car, and that's with the max amount of spark staked.
Yeah, so they didn't adjust that one at all.
Yeah, no, it just, I don't know. kind of frustrating. I
Yeah.
feel like, and now I'm like, oh, should I go buy more Sparklet? But
You
I
should.
cannot put any more money into this fucking game.
You got to pay for your root canal.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. Rome is coming. Should be interesting. Is everyone buying or staying away? I'm going to try and get 3 properties through their pre-sale without having to travel there, hopefully. But other than that, I'm staying at the 3 property limit for now. Good luck to everyone minting Rome. So Rome already happened. What'd you guys do? Did you guys go nuts, or you just go with the 3, or did you not go at all?
I got 13. Got 13 properties. Kelowna, St. Angelo, St. Escutia. Yep. Then I got the bundles. So I got like, yeah, I got the deluxe bundle. I went deluxe bundle.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah. Yep. If you're gonna be a tier one,
worthwhile or not sure?
No, nothing worthwhile. I got the ability to build structure, but I think they gave me the wrong structure. But, yeah, but they won't. I don't have to tear it down, so I'm building it. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the collection reveal. But I got about 13, something like that.
Okay. I might have minted more than you for the first time ever. I've never went into Rome. I never went to any city release with more Upix than I had. And I think I might have like, I don't know, 14 or 15 properties. So
how much did you spend?
Oh, I spent 500.
I spent 300 and I don't know, like 350,000 Upix.
With the bundles included, of course. I spent like
yes. Well,
I got all the bundles except 80.
Yeah. Well, no, probably more than that. Shit, because I went in there with 250 after the bundles. And then I got the large property bundle, and then I got the small. Actually, I got the small and the medium. And I had flipped the large one. But anyway, I don't know. I think I got like 15 of them. I don't know, like maybe 350 or 400,000. I don't know, something like that. Most I've ever had going into a city, and I snatched it all up. Got myself a castle.
Good job. Happy, Lily?
Castle.
Well, happy.
I spent 900,000 Upix. I think I got like 25 properties or so.
Okay.
I was actually kind of surprised because there was a lot of cheap properties.
Yeah.
I actually got a lot of properties for around like 6K, 7K. So,
really?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I didn't go for anything. I couldn't pronounce any of I'm a fucking moron, man. So, I'll just straight up admit it. I couldn't pronounce any of those fucking names. I tried looking for them. I couldn't even find that shit. Even with the little minting guide, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I just minted mainly Monty, because I think that's like maybe going to be a purple, and then just random everywhere else. And I'm basically just looking forward to Sunday because I'm going to just dump the fucking shit out of them.
Oh my goodness!
Don't sell them for.
Okay.
I love that video.
USD.
Absolutely. What about Lily? No Rome?
Lily's on the call.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if she is or isn't, but I'm just going to assume she's on a call.
She's on a call. Okay. I don't know if she got Rome. Anybody else got some Rome in the crowd? What y'all got? Throw it out there for us. What'd you do? Damn, another train. It's crazy.
Another fucking train.
Been in a hole at night. Okay.
All right, last couple little quips here.
There we go.
The price of Sparklet has been slowly moving up 10% in the last month. At what price do you think Upland will consider adjusting the spark hours? Obviously, we're still a long way off the initial price. I think at the very least it's going to need to come back to where it started when they put it on the market before they make an adjustment. But I think it's going to have to go up significantly, like beyond that. What do you guys think?
I have no clue. I'm just watching it rise, and I don't know. I see some people saying it might be a pullback, but I don't know how the pullback's going to come right now if everybody's building. You know what I mean? It might just come to a point where everybody is like, okay, I got enough sparklet, or maybe they can't get enough sparklet anymore, and building kind of slows down. You know what I mean? Because sparks sold out rather quickly, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So, right now I see it going up. Until further notice, but I don't really pay attention to the exchanges and things like that. But I just I need more of it. So if I need more, that means everybody else needs more. So
for real.
I mean, man, I don't think you could ever have enough. Like, talk to these guys that have a bunch, like Swarley. Swarley will even tell you he doesn't feel like now he might feel like he has enough, but even still, like, you start building
need more.
And then you're like, I need more. Yeah. I couldn't, I don't know. I probably should have bought more. But I can see them, once the price goes up 3x, then they're kind of going to need to adjust to sparklet, right?
All right, I'll give my 2 cents on this topic since it is kind of where I focus a lot on. Okay, so Spark was initially bought at roughly 46 cents per spark back in the day before the TGE. So that's the price everyone has in their head. Upland then nerfed it by 3 times, which divide that by 46 by 3, so it gets around about 15.
Like 15.5
cents. I think the price of Sparklet would have to get to 15 cents before they even consider unnerving. So doing the opposite to what they did last time, where they made it 3 times weaker, they'll make it stronger. It'll have to get stronger than 15 before they even consider doing that. And they're going to be slow to react anyway. But I think they're the 2 numbers you look at is the 15, which is basically where the price is at the moment. Well, the value of it is at the moment to where it should be. So you can see we're a long way off it. It should have been nerfed much more than what it really already has been, if we're going to try and equal it to what it was before the TGE. So I think the first target is the 15 cents, and then we start watching it closely to see what Upland does. And I think the next target is the 46 cents, which is kind of what it was valued at before the TGE. And that will probably get Sparklet back. If they balance it right and get it back to where it was before the TGE, then that's when people are going to start finding building shit a lot harder than what it is currently. Like, Happy, you saying you're finding it hard to build stuff at the moment? Well, that's only because you haven't been acquiring more Sparklet. It's much easier to build stuff now than it was prior to the TGE 18 months ago. Or 12 months ago, however long ago it was.
Yeah, sucker.
So,
I sure as shit don't feel like it is.
It is. I'm telling you now. I mean, you look at the dollar value and the cost of building something now compared to what it was prior to the launch of Sparklet. It's much cheaper.
Like you just said, because I haven't really bought anymore, I'm not seeing that benefit.
You haven't, where most other players have, I mean, I used to treasure hunt a lot and I got a lot of Sparklet through treasure hunting, but that all got nerfed to the fuck by the TGE and what they did after that. So, I've got a lot of Spark, but I bought a crap load of that since the TGE for 2 reasons. 1, so I can play the game, and 2, I'm hoping it goes up in value and I can change my life from it. But they're the 2 I'm aiming at. But anyway, so the 2 numbers, answering that question, we need to get moving because the show's way long. I think the first target is 15 cents is when Upland will start paying attention to it, but I don't think anything's going to happen until it gets somewhere between 15 and 46 cents. And that's when we may start to see movement in them adjusting it. But if Sparklet gets to $1 or something like that, of course they're going to change. They're going to reduce how much it takes to build something by a significant amount. And if you keep your 30,000 Sparklet at that stage happy, you might be sitting in a box seat. Someone like myself might sell most of my 500 and be like, going, how the fuck do I build anything now? But, that first world problems. Yeah. So, short story, or summarize, 15 cents I think is the first target to watch, and then 46 cents will be the second target to watch before we really start seeing any movement.
All right.
Swally out.
Goodbye. Last quip. Whatever happened to racing legits? Is this still a thing? Any current utilization occurring that I'm missing? This is from WolfWarner, yours truly. I don't know of anything that's going on with racing legits. It seems like it's dead in the water.
It's another dead program. You know what, though? I think it's kind of like X1 was saying. They're going to have a lot better opportunity and better avenues to bring partnerships in with the Uppies compared to the stock car and just legits and stuff. But either way, it's just weird. There was, the way they just let stuff fizzle out. right? It's like, well, nobody's talking about it, so just sweep it under the rug, and we don't need to, you know. I mean, it's only when a bunch of people start being like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Then they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, there's no more partnership.
Yeah. Well, maybe there still is. We just don't know when the season starts. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's more than likely what it is.
Yeah.
But I feel
All
like
right.
it's been a long time since they released.
I do
them.
too. Let's move on to one of my favorite segments, which I like to call
Flip of the Week.
All right, we got some flips, y'all.
Okay.
So KO Ninja. Well, computer decided it wanted to freeze again. That's great. Congratulations, you successfully sold a property he minted for $35K for 99,997 UPX. So that's a good little flip. Let's see here. Janice 89 sold a property, or sold Purple Block Explorer Mint 65 for 25,000 UPX to Lily. Lily getting some action. Let's see here. WolfWarner had a little bit of a sale. You sold a property in Rome for 31,000 UPX. What'd you mint that at?
That might have been my low price, I think, or my mid.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing huge, you know what I mean? I just wanted to get back. I just wanted to get back the 25 that I spent on that bundle. I think it was.
I'm with you. Look, I did the same thing. Walmart purchased a Gladiator Glory Emerald Block Explorer Mint number 3 for me for 75,000. I bought that damn thing, and then I flipped it for 75,000. I did not think it would go for 75,000. I just put a number I thought I'd be happy with if it went.
Awesome.
That was the $20 one, or no? No,
Yes.
that was only the $9 one.
$9 one. Yeah. The $9.
That's really good.
For 75,000.
Awesome.
And then let's see here. What's this? RDP sold a Rome property for 124,950 UPX. Damn. I forgot to put my other. I sold a Rome property for 100,000 UPX in here too, but it was only a 2x.
That's still not bad.
No, I wasn't upset about it at all.
K is 100K.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think I bought it for 45 and then sold it for 100. And then Laban, this was Rome property. Bought it for 15,000 and sold it for 55,000 UPX. So we got some flips. We got people doing some shit. What is the what's the winner this week? Happy.
I'd give it to RDP.
Okay.
Well,
he was. That's not a bad one. I mean, the other one though that's pretty close is KL, but
yeah, minting for 35, selling for 99, but yeah, minting for 20K and selling for 124 is pretty damn good.
Mention, he had said that he won that money from City Pigeon from Mint to Be podcast. So essentially, that was a free property. That's all 100% profit for him.
Oh snap!
Right. So I think we give it to RDP this week.
All right, RDP is the winner.
Boom.
And is the
flip of the week.
All right. I don't know why, but this thing keeps glitching out on me. All right, moving on. Time Zone Trio on Patreon membership. So as we are nearing our giveaway, is a good time to mention that if you are a Patreon member, like the 10 people we have below, Boydern, Baza 86, Twilt, Kinder 520, Mule Cow, Cassastra, Spy Commander, Michael Kohler, Janice 89, and Jar Rashad, you are automatically entered into all of our end of show drawings and giveaways. And you automatically get a free tea bagger with that, which you happen to need for things that we give away. And that gives you an opportunity to win 5,000 Uppix for me every single month, which I still need to do. Yeah, it gives you live draws, early access to some other stuff, and whatever other things we come up with that we want to give away to Patreon members. But for $1, if you follow that QR code, you can get to Patreon. For $1, you can get in on all of this cool shit every single week. It's the best price in all of Upland, I think. Everything. Upland everything. For $1, you can come out way ahead, and not to mention it gives you an entry into the 1 million Uppix giveaway at the end of the year. So that $1 could go a real long way. So get in on over there to Patreon. Give us your dollar, help support our show and the things that we're doing over here, and be entered to win all the cool shit every single week, even if you're not live. So that's that. And with that, it's time to give some shit away. Okay. Okie dokie. So,
Okay, here for.
This is what we're here for. I forgot to bring up my other thing, so I'm just going to write these down the old-fashioned way. So we got the aquatic bundle, and then we got 100,000 Uppix, courtesy of Lightning Leg. We have a Scory 23 bundle, which is the little Halloween coin, the boom cannon, and there was one other thing that didn't look like made it on there. Swirly, did you miss that one? Must have, but that's okay. We'll just do, it'll be a mystery. You'll get that one. Scory 23 bundle. And then we have the Teabagger. We got the SO from Swarley. And we have the Wolf Shield. And then Crombus is giving away 20,000 Sparklet for 48 hours. 20K Spark.
Ooh, I'm going to give a shout out to Cave Madman. Thank you for buying $20 worth of properties from me recently.
Oh, yeah, you need to...
I'm like, all right.
Oh, I only sent you two. Oh, it's because the third one was the little pirate guy. But that's okay. It'll be that. Those will be the three that come in the Scory 23 bundle. All right, so let's start off with the... let's do the 100,000. If you haven't put in the hashtag...
You save that for last, man. Save that for last.
Well, no, we want to give everybody the opportunity to win it.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Yeah, because we take them out once they win, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you take them out. Okay, got it. No, let's go. Oh, no repeat winners. Also, no repeat.
No repeat.
You can't win twice on this show.
That's it. One and done.
Swarley, you're sharing the StreamYard thing? Oh, you're okay. There you go. Yeah, so let's just do we'll do the 100,000 Uppix from Lightning right away.
From 2S2W to Swally to L and double. Okay.
Yep. It's been a train. It's just been a constant paying it forward and doubling and all that stuff.
Here we go.
Now City Pigeon's gonna win it.
100K, 100K. 100K.
Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be
Level up.
Almost a Patreon. Level up, Tech.
Level up, man. Level up, man. Level up still with us. If he's hanging in there. Congrats.
Congratulations. That is Max, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Congratulations, Max. Well deserved. All right, next let's do the Aqua. Yeah, the Samurai Aquatics bundle from Ben68. Spy Commander Patreon member,
Nice.
congratulations.
I know Spy. Congrats, Spy. Not with us.
Spy Commander 007. Don't fuck with that guy, man.
I won't. He'll snipe your ass. He'll get you. All right, next one. Let's do the Scory 23 bundle. Also, we're looking for new sponsors. If anybody is out there and wants to sponsor our giveaway and show, please hit me up, hit me or Swarley or whoever, any one of us on the show, and we'll get that sorted out. Congratulations, Robert Pfeiffer. Next is a teabagger. A teabagger.
Nice. You won the flip of the week as well.
Well, he's on a roll.
But he won't win twice, right?
But he did.
Indirectly, yes.
It's Laban wins the teabagger.
All right, Laban, you don't have enough of those, do you?
He does not. He does not. Congratulations, Laban, you piece of shit.
He got it.
Let's give away the swirly structure ornament next.
The SO.
The SO. Unspoken bullet? Yep.
Coach almost had that. It just slipped right off his name. In the Unspoken Bullet. Congrats.
Congratulations, Unspoken Bullet.
Good.
Wolf Shield up next.
Yes, indeed. Let's see.
And then we have the wolf. So we got the Wolf Shield and the 20,000 Sparklet. And then we're done with the wheel.
Janice
89, another Patreon member. Pay it off.
Janice has, I don't know how many. I think Janice has all the shields. I think they have every one of my shields. They might have all of them. Congrats.
Congratulations. And then last one, 20,000 Sparklet for 48 hours.
If Swarley wins it, double it.
Swarley.
You heard it.
Everybody
Let's go. Let's get Swarley.
Everybody move Swarley.
Green 120 wins that. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations to all of our winners. We got 2 Patreon winners this week. That's pretty good.
They always win.
Yeah, they do. They win pretty often. Let's see here. Oh, the thing fucking froze again. Let me fix that. Thank God this show's almost over, so that way I don't have to deal with this problem anymore. It's fucking driving me nuts. All right. Ben68, like I mentioned earlier, is giving away 1 million Uppix at the end of the year. And he talks about it right here.
G'day legends, I'm giving away 1 million UPX at the end of the year right here on the one and only Upland After Dark show. Don't miss out.
So to get in on the 1 million Uppix at the end of the year, all you got to do is a few little tasks. Each one of them earns you an entry so you can join the Rumble, which is super, super simple. Just head over to the Discord and jump on in, hit the double swords, and you're in it to win it. You can use the weekly hashtag live during the show, or if you're a Patreon member, you get that automatic 1 entry. You can post your flip of the week. You can drop a killer comment, or you can post a quips. All of those will give you opportunities to win 1 million Uppix plus some other cool stuff at the end of the year when we do our end of the year show. So don't forget to get involved and get your opportunity to win. Last week winning comment, this needs an IGN, but you know who that is. That's Cape Madman. he wrote, X1 mentioned that you won't be able to buy the exact same service structure again. You will be able to buy a dentist office, but not the same style. If we're ever allowed to sell our accounts, they should be worth a lot more if they have the ability to build all of the versions of each structure, I think. That's a good comment. It's something definitely to think about, and I wish I would have been able to ask him that if I saw it ahead of time. But we had a lot of questions, and like I said, this show has been running long. But thank you, Perry. Was it Perry Van Dongen 4442? I believe that's Cape Madman. I'm pretty sure. If not, then we'll need the IGN, but I'm pretty sure it's Cape Madman. So yeah, thank you. And you won, as my computer freezes again. Anyway, you won the comment of the week, which is Cape Madman. All right. Oh, and then this thing went backwards for some reason. Or no, it didn't. Anyway, this whole fucking thing is driving me insane. Anyway, moving on before I kill this fucking computer. Let's rumble, shall we? Okay, we have 31 people in this rumble. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right after it. Lily, are you here with us? Do you want to be ready to do the rumble?
Sure.
All right. I say start. Okay. We have a summertime era rumble for tonight. 31 entries is pretty good.
Okay, well, we start off with me bashing lightning leg in the brains like a frozen watermelon, or with a frozen watermelon.
Bye-bye, lightning, with a frozen watermelon.
Bye. Shorty J's mistook John Fitzwell for a wasp and didn't stop swinging until they stopped moving. And then tossed Kafkasi off a cliff.
Bye-bye.
Kazimba turned City Pigeon into a soggy carnival attraction.
Damn.
Zappa launched... Oh, we have a Zappa. Oh, cool. Launched RDP into the sun.
Oh,
Kinder deep fried Kazakma into a funnel cake bat.
Damn.
Swally wore socks to the pool and refused to explain why. Well, you're gone, Swally. That just says it all.
You gotta go. He has to go.
Yeah, you gotta die for that.
Who the hell wears socks to the pool?
Swally.
Swally's gone for that. Jankhouse spent 3 hours setting up a tent and never used it. Well, they should be gone for that too.
It should be.
Lily found sunglasses tangled in seaweed on the shore. Woohoo! When Asa rescued a beach ball from shark-infested water.
Bye-bye.
Jimmy Jester swapped sunscreen for mayonnaise just to watch the chaos. Ooh. Played beach volleyball with zero understanding of the rules. It's not hard. Scientists danced in flip-flops until one flew off into traffic.
That means is he dead?
Yeah. I don't know. I think probably, irate driver.
How do you think they flew off,
Yeah.
Pushed Rad Forever off a floaty and into a jet ski stampede. Well, Rad Forever, you're not Rad Forever anymore. Twilk. Twilk slipped on melted popsicle and never got up. Well, that's one way to go. Elflack got lost on a corn maze like a total loser.
Never happened. Never happened.
In corn maze.
Scientists, yeah. I'm assuming like a Halloween maze thing.
Yeah.
Scientists tossed Kinder off a cliffside, slipping and sliding. And another one.
Damn.
Vape Hive guy beat Jankar to death with a pool noodle full of concrete. Well, that's rough.
Okay, Vape is alive.
Yep. Green tried to fry an egg on the sidewalk and joined it. Rough. Discoursing bashed WolfWarner's brains in with a frozen watermelon.
What?
Jeez, you're not going well.
I'll put some Vegemite on it.
Hang on, Swiley didn't die from wearing socks. So I'm really shocked because he just won a beach ball.
Well, he's still alive.
Yeah. Baza bashed Cal Trading Co.'s brains in with a frozen watermelon. This watermelon gets around.
It sure does. Lethal.
Yeah.
Where did they get that?
Discoursing mistook aloe vera for guacamole, but powered through.
That wouldn't.
What was that? Happy? Frozen watermelon.
Well, frozen watermelon will kill you, but the aloe vera, that's not going to kill you.
Oh, a lot of people have reactions, maybe, but he powered through, so he's fine.
Yeah.
When NASA smothered Baza with a beach ball during a beach riot, then he mistook aloe vera for guacamole and powered through. Mistook Ruble Max for a wasp and didn't stop swinging until they hit moving. Oh, look, I'm gone. I'm stupid enough to try to fry an egg on the sidewalk and join it.
Oh, my goodness.
Boyden, the Emperor, buried Shorty in the sand and left the tide to sort it out. You're gone. Jimmy just ate 6 turkey legs at the fair and exploded. Boyden, the Emperor, tossed Zafford off a cliffside, slip and slide.
Another
Vape pushed Jules off a floaty into a jet ski, and Vape found a beach ball.
Damn.
I've actually had a lot of bad experiences with those giant turkey legs.
Smiley passed out in a kayak and drifted into the shipping lanes. Oh, finally, he deserved it for the socks. Why was he still here?
I know.
He should be doing. He's going now, definitely.
He got too hot with those socks still on and passed out.
Yep.
Yeah. Beat boy down to death with a pool noodle full of concrete when also smothered scientists with a beach ball during a beach riot. Now we're down to the last few. Ben impaled Obey on a spiked umbrella when also beat Discoursing to death with an overinflated beach ball, and Vape melted into a lounge chair.
Vape may make it.
Yeah, he's gone.
I didn't even see me.
I didn't see you either.
Yeah.
Ben shoved into a grill mid-barbecue contest, and Ben fell into a vat of sunscreen and suffocated, which left one player left. Winasa wins.
Winasa for the win.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Winasa. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hey, we did it.
I could have swore I played.
You didn't.
Well, I didn't. You didn't.
I guess not.
You weren't there anyway.
Oh, well, I just hit the button. I'm not going to do anything.
Congratulations.
Maybe you did it earlier in the week and then you did it again today and they cancelled it out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard
that
to
is
say.
probably what happened.
No, because I just started it today.
Yeah, because I was looking for it earlier and it wasn't there.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're super late. We're almost 3 hours. Swarley said this would go long. We went even longer than I think we all thought. So what do you say we just call it a night? And
thanks for everybody that came out and hung out with us for this very long time.
Yeah,
love you all.
Thumbs up, man. See you next week. Out of here.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Bye.
Catch you next week. Peace.
Peace. First Rumble win. Congrats.
First Rumble win. Congrats. Let me find the button. Laters.
Peace.
Yeah. When the night falls and the city sleeps, Upland after dark, we hit the streets under the stars. They break the dark. Welcome to Upland. Here's where the real shit's about to start. Upland after dark, where the conversation spark the podcasting crew, lighting up the dark. Upland after dark, adventures to embark. Tune and unwind and feel the sweet sounds of voices in your mind. Voices in your mind. From tales untold to voices bold, guiding you through stories of new and old. When the shadows embrace, we find our space. Upland after dark, your motherfucking safe space. Upland after dark, where the conversation spark. The podcasting crew, lighten up the dark. Upland after dark, adventures to embark. Tune in, unwind, and feel those sweet sounds of voices in your mind. Bringing those together, we're birds of the same feather. Rocking with this crew, there ain't nothing we can't weather.